Hey Magus. Yeah, I'm hoping the bot actually works. I was doing an unlisted stream last week and I couldn't get it to actually do anything. But yeah, it's there. How's the audio, by the way? Pardon me clearing my voice. Well, we'll see. I'm not actually sure. I think there's like an 8-ball command, and I think if you hit like exclamation point commands or chat or something like that, it'll show you what you can do. Sorry, here I'm fighting my game popping up, and I'm trying to. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Hey, it is working. How about that? Let's try this 8-ball. Anything? Well, at least I know it's working. And if I know it's working, uh-oh. 8-ball says I'm gonna die today. Great. Oh, I don't actually. Well, maybe I have the tips set up. We'll see. Nice. Okay. I can't wait to get the custom commands. I have ideas. I have awesome, terrible, terrible, terrible ideas for the spot. And I can't wait. So yeah, also made some improvements to the stream as well. I have a chat, a little chat box. It's transparent. It's right underneath my camera window. So we'll see some chat on screen, kind of like the Mr. B streams do. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that or not. We'll see. With Skyrim, I kind of like to give the game more real estate than all the bells and whistles that you can do with the stream stuff. There's also a little box underneath that for the last subscriber. Subscriber count is really what I need to work on. And also I have a subscriber event hooked up. Well, it should be hooked up anyway. Yeah, so my thought on that is for people who, because sometimes I will lay down on the couch and watch somebody stream on TV, but the Roku app that I have for either Twitch or YouTube doesn't always, sometimes it just doesn't even give you the option of seeing the chat. And on a mobile, it's really annoying. So sometimes I turn that off as well, but then I like want to see what people are what people are typing. So I'm thinking with just a little transparent chat window, that's how I would like it. But we'll see what the verdict is on it, how people like it. The subscriber event too, I'm curious about because it seems like for some reason it doesn't work as well on YouTube as it does on Twitch. Yeah, if I'm sitting at my computer and watching a stream, then yeah, I prefer to have just a default window view of the stream with the chat on the side. But yeah, if I'm watching on my phone or on my TV and I'm not typing, then I like to just to see what other people are saying. Also, I did get my USB cable for my Xbox One controller too, so no more battery changes. I just have to get used to this long wire dangling in between my legs, which I should already be used to. Nice. Forest dragons. Well, now I know 8-Ball is full of shit because I don't even have that mod. Well, that'll be fun. When people show up, we definitely want to get them in on this 8-Ball thing. Let's see, I'm also running in ultra low latency mode, so chat should be a little more responsive, and I should be a little more responsive to chat as well. Does an 8-Ball last an entire weekend? Oh, it's so appropriate. I love it. Yeah, so I'm gonna see how much quality is sacrificed, if any, with the ultra low latency mode. We shall see. Let's just test latency a little bit here. Okay, I am entering something in chat right now. Seemed pretty quick to me. I don't know, we'll see. I just know that, like, in Bayo's stream yesterday, and his streams in general, he's usually much more responsive to chat than I am, so I think that's what he's running in. 7 seconds, that's a little, it's a little longer than I had expected, but God, now I'm really wondering how long the delay was before. It must have been a lot longer than 7 seconds, huh? Seven is the normal? Okay, great. 7's not that bad, I suppose. In terms of input latency, yeah, that would be terrible. But in terms of chat delay, I think that's fine. Okay. Well, it's getting close enough here. Let's go ahead and switch over to my beautiful face. There we go. Oh, look at that. We got chat all over the window there. Last subscriber is Erica Kurtz, it looks like. We'll have to, well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see on a subscriber to see if the, is the chat readable? Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, new overlays for the win. I also did work really hard on that border between the gameplay and my webcam. That took me probably a good hour or so in GIMP trying to figure out how to do that with the transparency and everything. Erica the cat, yep, that's for sure. That's who that is. And the latest subscriber, who that shows depends on how they have their permissions set up to see who they're subscribed to. So I think there have been subscribers after Erica, but their permissions on their YouTube channel are such that they don't allow their subscriptions to be seen. And I'm on the Dr. Pepper again today, so the good stuff. Should be an entertaining stream. Okay, so 11 o'clock here, top of the hour. Let's go ahead and get started with, well, let's see, I already gave some channel updates here, but for anybody who missed them, I'll go over them again. So there were some performance issues last stream that I really wasn't happy about. I was hitting frame rates that just weren't acceptable to me. So what I've done is I'm not doing a local recording anymore. And in fact, I'm not doing the recaps anymore either. And I'll talk about why in a moment on that. But so I'm nixing the local recordings, and I've also disabled depth of field on the camera here. So you can see my messy shelves and everything right behind me. Which is lovely. They're nerd shelves though, so the messiness I'm sure most people won't mind. Let's see, and then speaking of the recaps, I've been getting low view count on those, so I've discontinued those. I would rather spend my time doing things that will be searchable in YouTube. I think it was pretty obvious that nobody was searching out my permadeath recaps for some reason. Well, I mean, it does make sense. Anybody who is into the live streams probably aren't gonna bother looking at the recaps anyway. And anybody who doesn't know my channel isn't going to be interested in any of those recaps anyway. So discontinued those. I'm spending the time on table of content segments on the archives instead, so they're easily scannable. Also made some more mic adjustments. That's going to be a constant battle until I get them perfect. I do plan on adding the equalizer tool that Bayofish was using. His mic sounded amazing yesterday, so I'm gonna see if I can replicate that. And then of course the new stream overlay. I got the chat, I got a subscriber event, so if we do get a subscriber, they should pop up on the stream right underneath the chat box there, which I hope isn't too intrusive. And of course I've left the vast majority of the screen open for Skyrim beautifulness. Beautifulness? Is that a word? So what did we do last episode? I don't really remember all that much, except that we almost died in halted steam camp. I think we also may have gone to Riverwood, Helgen, all that, in search of some gear that would make us a little more able to cast the test spell that Feralda gives us outside of the College of Winterhold. Hey, Strudel. Good to see you. Yeah, just going over some changes for the stream. You can probably see some overlay changes already. Hope you like them, because I did work hard on them. There is also a chat bot as well. You can type in !8ball, all one word, with the number 8, and then ask it a question, and it will give you a cheeky answer. It already said that I'm going to die today, so hope that prediction doesn't come true. It also said that there will be forest dragons in the stream, so there's that as well. So there's that. So yeah, last episode I did go through all the rigmarole to get the enchanted gear from Helgen, so that I could cast whatever spell that Feralda gave us to get into the college. And of course, Feralda just had us cast a firebolt, so we didn't need to do all that anyway. But we did find out that we were Dragonborn, so there's that. Let's see, will Strudel enjoy the stream? That's a tough one. Well, I don't think there are any Serana mods running, except for some visual overhauls. So that's one thing that Strudel doesn't have to look forward to. Okay, so here we are in the college. We did pass our test. We did pass our test to get in, and the whole Under Saarthal quest did kick off, and I think we're going to be doing that today. Kadojo, who does have some gift of foresight from Azura, said that there is something of importance down there in Saarthal that we're going to run into, and he also thinks that it might be a good way to stretch out our atrophied legs a little bit and get our strength back. Kadojo, having the gift of foresight, I think knows that Onelin here has a destiny far greater than what his more immediate goals are. And Onelin's goals right now are to get stronger so that he can rejoin the Legion and make an impact in the Civil War. While Kadojo thinks that that is important to a degree, he knows that there are some bigger picture items out there that Onelin will be tasked with. But for now, I think Kadojo sees the wisdom in focusing on the stair steps in front instead of the peak in the horizon, lest he stumbles on said steps. And I think for a permadeath setting, that is wise. That is wise indeed there, Kadojo. So, let's see. It is early in the morning. We have to make sure that we are... Well, we've heard the cry of a bird. Now, where is the Harrier pointing us at? I am going to take heed of the little animals and stuff that the Harrier is pointing us at, because we are one hunted animal away from gaining our Beast Tongue ability, and while I'm not going to heavily leverage that, it could be a nice, useful little tool in our tool bag here. So I will be keeping an eye out for that. Okay, so it looks like there is a wolf or something down there. You know what? Let's go ahead and take the detour. We'll go down there and appease the Harrier. Satisfy our racial quest to gain the Beast Tongue ability. And maybe while we're out there, we have to remember to pray to her scene for the day as well. That will be good, I think. So let's see. I see Strudel and Magus in the chat. Kind of a small crowd so far, but I will imagine that some people will filter in as the stream goes on. I guess Magus is not happy with the weather out there right now. A little too cold and rainy for his tastes. But, you know what? I would take that cold and rain. Well, more so the rain is what we need more than the cold these days. Let's do this here. Got to work on our illusion. Let's get Kadojo all psyched up. Yeah, Arizona's been in the midst of a really bad drought for a long time, and it's kind of coming to a head now. Rising water prices and our reservoirs kind of being depleted at a pace that we're not too comfortable with, so yeah, any kind of rain here would be great. Oh, okay. More illusion.
Growing weary.
Come here, Wolfie. Where's he going? He's trying to flank us? Oh, he's getting away from the projectiles. Okay. Well, you know what? I do have a bow just for this occasion. Oh, now he's coming at me. Alright, there we go. Beast Tongue ability unlocked. Necrotic Ooze. Ooh, that sounds pleasant, doesn't it? Let's see. Creates a 15-foot radius pool of noxious slime. You know, if I had a nickel for every time I created a 15-foot pool of noxious slime in real life, that's disgusting. I'm sorry. That was awful. You can leave the stream now if you want to. I won't actually blame you. All living units within the ooze are slowed and take 15 poison damage per second. That's actually pretty powerful, especially at a lower level. While undead units regain 15 health per second and move faster. Whenever any unit covered in ooze dies, another pool of necrotic ooze is formed around their corpse. Sounds great, but we're not going to be doing any conjuration magic this time around. Which is a bummer, because that would be fun to use, I think, but maybe another time. Oh, and while we're here, we should pray to her scene. How about that? %58.5%. Okay, getting better, little by little. Let's see. So off stream, I did go back to Whiterun and sell off all my junk. And I did also, I think, level illusion. Might have been alteration as well, but I think it was just illusion that I leveled up. And let's see, we're at level 7 now. I spent all my perks, I think. I don't remember what I spent my perks in. Heavy armor was one. Block is another major one. That timed block is very important to my gameplay style. Two-handed is also going to be important, trying to dispatch enemies as quickly as possible. But yeah, that's about it. Not a whole lot of perks to go over at the moment. Alright, so there we are. We have appeased Hirsine, we have appeased the Harrier, and now let's appease Tolfdir. Not in that kind of way, you dirty bastards. Okay, so it's still nice and bright and early in the morning. Don't really have anything to sell off, so let's take on Saarthal, shall we? I must admit, I have done some practice. I'm really committed to keeping this guy alive a little longer than the previous ones. So I want to go into each... that's going to kill my magicka. I want to go into each encounter as prepared as possible. I don't know who these bozos are. Alright, but there's only one left. Let's go ahead and put the helmet on. Magus is back. Yeah, weather is way too cold here. I don't mind rain, but cold? No. Yeah. Actually, we're just hitting triple digits. I think yesterday we just barely scratched the surface of 100. But without humidity here, even 100 degrees isn't actually terrible, especially when it cools off later at night. But yeah, anything above that, you know, it starts scaling up quickly from there. Alright, we got a dead vigilant here. I'm going to take his gear to sell off. Not that he needs any dignity here, because all the interesting bits have burned off, it seems like. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, but even, you know, mid to high 90s here, I wouldn't want to be in it, outside in it for, you know, any more than a few minutes at a time, but without the humidity, it's not terrible. But then once, you know, it starts scaling up from 105, 110, into the 110s and even approaching 120, that's when it doesn't matter how low the humidity is. It's just, it's like being in a microwave, and it's absolutely awful. 48 degrees Fahrenheit, yeah, that's really cold. That is really cold, even for me. But, you know, being born and raised in the Phoenix area, and having more than my fill of hot, dry weather, it is a nice change to get some cold, rainy weather every now and then. Ooh, this looks like it might be an ice wolf. Yeah, these guys are tough. And that was an odd kill cam for a dude with a spear, but that's all right. I'll go into violins and see if I can disable whatever the hell that was. So lessons learned from last stream in terms of permadeath here. Actually, performance has been absolutely great. I haven't felt one little hint of a stutter yet, so even walking through Winterhold, which is kind of a sparse city, but an open city nonetheless. Not even so much as a hitch, so I'm taking that as a good omen here. that the changes that I've made to both, you know, not recording locally and the depth of field on my camera is helping with performance quite a bit. I hope. Ooh, okay, there's a frozen corpse. Yeah, like I was saying, I want to keep this guy alive a little longer than normal. Ooh, I didn't want to take that human flesh. You know, Onelin being a cannibal, though, he might be into the flesh. Yeah, why not? I'll keep it. Ooh, netch jelly. We can have some fun with that. It's a numbing agent, I think, yeah? We'll save that for later. The ingots we don't need, we're not going to be doing any crafting. I put a lot of effort into setting this guy up with his unique look and his intro video and everything. So I wanna ride that train as long as possible. So what's so important about this place?
We're particularly interested in the prevalence of magical seals placed on the tombs here. It's rather unlike anything.
I'm also thinking about doing not stream recaps, but sort of story updates, more cinematic style, weekly or bi-weekly updates on the progress of the permadeath character's story. I'm not sure that that's as searchable as some of the stuff I've been doing recently. But it might be more interesting. It might be more, a little more clickbaity, I guess. People might be more interested in it, if they see it like in a suggested video or something. So what are we looking for when we go inside here?
Anything. Anything at all that might be of interest.
Yeah, those rapid temperature changes, they're not good for like general health and stuff too. I think viruses tend to thrive in that situation, especially like cold viruses and stuff like that.
That would be a happy coincidence.
Now, story that I can get behind. Yeah, I'm still trying to find the legs with my channel here.
All right.
So my most successful series of all time was the Conjuration Tree Ordinator Exploration, which it was like a series of 10 or 12 videos where I cranked up the progression levels in the Uncapper and just explored the perks in Ordinator and how to kind of make builds out of that. And I think something like 70% of the traffic I get on that series is from YouTube search. So trying to make content that reaches a search audience a little better. And that Mod Organizer 2 profile video is doing pretty well in that regard. The view count is low, but there is, I think it was like, 20% of the traffic on that video is from YouTube search. So that's exactly what I was going for. The more content I can create like that, I think the more traffic the channel will get. So working on that.
Well, are there any questions before we begin?
Also build and permadeath. Yeah, everybody loves a Skyrim build, even if, it's not it's not much of a build, I don't have any more questions. What would you like me to do, Tolfdir?
Ah, yes. Well, why don't you
lore, story, and Skyrim all in the same sentence? Okay, lore and story is good. I didn't know that people were searching for Skyrim lore and story as much as they were. I knew that they were doing build. Actually, my stream archives are being hit in search for death and permadeath in Skyrim. And that's good. The archives are actually doing really well in terms of views. And that surprises me because the recaps were always available, and those were like 10 minutes or less. The stream archives are like, 3 hours, and people love those stream archives for some reason.
Zizargo, what shall we have you do? Why don't you verify
every story is a build of some... Oh, Iran? Ironically. I was like, oh, Iran is searching builds all the time?
Let's be careful.
That's weird. Every story is a build of some type. It's just a... Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's all about, the word you're using to label the thing that you're trying to describe, right? That's very true. And the next video I want to do... it might be an instructional on a sort of an addendum on the Mod Organizer 2 profiles with bashed patches and how to manage bashed patches in that, because that's kind of a big thing that I missed in that video. But there is a technique that I like to use for that as well, that I could probably easily show off in a video like that. The other thing is the Triumvirate Shadow Mage, which I think will probably get a lot of hits as well. I got some really cool combos and stuff that I've been playing with, you know, that when I'm playing Skyrim on my own. If you see my name on Discord and you see Skyrim on there, I'm probably playing that Shadow Mage. Ironically equals Iran, technically. I don't use build because it implies a focus on stats. Yeah. And for the Shadow Mage thing, I don't really want to focus on the build so much, because full build instructionals to me are kind of boring and kind of heavy-handed, and it's like way too much when all I wanted were a few simple tips and tricks, you know?
Please be careful here. The site isn't entirely secure.
So I was thinking of just focusing on a couple of techniques and ability combos that are fun to do and might expand your gameplay a little bit, instead of focusing on a full build, you know?
What? Ah, yes.
Let's see here. I don't use build because it implies focus on stats, but yeah, they really are interchangeable. Yeah, it is. It's just really what you want to call it. But when people talk about their build, they usually are talking about, you know, what attributes am I going to use exactly, and what perks am I going to take exactly.
We don't want to damage anything.
Even if that's not totally what I'm going to be focusing on. Build in the sense that the character is built, not the stats. Of course, most won't see that. Yeah, I kind of agree. I kind of agree there. When they read build, they're going to be thinking of a
just
particular
round up
thing.
The rest of the magical artifacts so that I can.
But yeah, I can see how things like character development and backstory and personality traits could fit into a build easily. I always try to merge the two the best that I can. Okay, so now we're looking for some magical artifacts here. That looks like a magical artifact. So I think, you know, this is another good example of build versus character here, I think. In terms of character, one consideration is whether or not he's going to loot stuff from barrows and corpses and burial mounds and things like that. Is he going to be a corpse robber? In Onelin's case, he does have the honor and the respect for the dead, I think, but his experience in the Legion in battle says that, you know, when it comes to survival, the living are going to need those items more than the dead are. So if there's a dead body with something on it that might prolong his own survival, he's going to grab it. In terms of barrows and crypts like this, he's going to be respectful of the dead bodies until he gets attacked by said dead body. Once he's attacked by a Draugr in that area, the entire area is open. So burial urns, corpses that don't attack him, everything. That helps reconcile a little bit of roleplay and sense of honor with this character, and also the need for better equipment and gold in order to pay for improvements and things like that. So he will be looting urns and stuff once he is attacked in a place like this.
How in the world did that happen?
Hey, there's the panic monk. Hope you're not too panicked today.
Really? Perhaps the amulet.
Hope it's a cool and chill Saturday for you.
Some way you can use it.
And there's Scotty there too. Hey friend, long time no see. Glad you could join. Hope you all like the improvements I made to the stream here. I got a little bit of an overlay stuff going with you know, the chat and stuff on the screen, and I got a little bit of a white border that I spent way too long in GIMP whipping up there, and I got a subscriber thing down in the bottom right hand corner and subscriber notifications if anybody subscribes. Not panicked. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Okay, so let's see. Tolfdir said maybe we can use the amulet, so let's go ahead and throw that on there.
That? Some
I
kind
do see
of
it.
resonance. You and the wall. It must be connected to the amulet.
It kind of looks like an interdimensional
What effect might
fart.
its spells have?
Doesn't smell, but you know. Ooh, I gotta see what 8-Ball says about this. Oh yeah, I also do have a chat bot up and running, which is kind of news to me. Leaning towards no. sorry there, panicked monk. No ego stoking from 8-Ball here today.
Well, this is highly unusual and very interesting.
Magus will stoke the ego though. Is it stroke the ego or is it stoke the ego? I feel like I've heard it both ways.
Why in the
Stoking
world
makes more
would this
sense
be
to me
sealed off?
logically.
What is this place?
Okay. Kadojo is sensing some sort of weird danger here, so we are going to get ready for battle just in case. And my minor sure grip here. Stroke the ego. Okay. Scotty votes stroke the ego. Magus says stoke the ego. Ooh.
Well, know that
We
you
got a
have set
battle.
in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped.
Debate.
Judgment has not been
And I happen to
passed,
know that
as you
Magus
had
is a
no
master
way of
debater. Sorry.
Judgment will be passed on your actions to come.
I'm terrible.
And how you deal with the dangers ahead of you.
It's actually
This
stroke.
warning is
Okay.
passed to you because the Sijic Order
I feel like
believes in you.
Strudel is an authority
You,
on the
mage,
subject
and
of
you
the English
alone
language
have
here,
the
so...
potential to prevent disaster. Take great care and know that the Order is watching.
And being a master debater, I would have expected Magus to vote stroke
Well,
on that
I
one.
felt something rather strange just then. What just happened?
You would go stroke, huh, Joe? Sounds like you. Something is named ego. Okay, so I saw some sort of like ghost or apparition or, you know, just generally shady figure appearing out of nowhere, stopping time, and giving me some portents of struggles to come. That sound familiar to you at all there, Tolfdir?
I'm afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw?
Yeah, I said something about danger ahead and the Sijic Order. I don't know.
The Sijic Order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense at all. The Sijics have no connection to these ruins, and no one's seen any of their order in a long time. Perhaps we should take a look inside
really?
these coffins. Now, please do be careful. Who knows what we're going to find?
Yeah, maybe a vampiric rogue with a bit of an ego thing going on there. What's the Sijic Order anyway?
They were a group of mages with a history that predates the Empire. Very powerful, very secretive. No one's seen them in well over 100 years. They vanished, along with their sanctuary on the Isle of Artaeum. I have no idea what connection they'd have to this place.
And why would they be contacting me?
I have no idea, but it's fascinating. Assuming it's true.
You know, you're
of
super
course.
useful
the Isle
here,
of Artaeum
Tolfdir.
disappeared over 100 years ago, and no one has seen them since. And yet now, suddenly, they've chosen to contact you. Why, it's
Although
intriguing.
he's keeping his
If
teeth nice
nothing
and
else,
clean and
I'd
straight
take it as a
for
compliment. The Sijics
an
have
old
only
guy
ever dealt
in a
with
land
those
with
they
no
feel
dentists and not a toothbrush to be found. Impressive. Maybe he's using that alteration magic to keep his teeth beaming and straight. Okay, let's get ready for some business here. Oh, all right. Stab, stab. Oh, that's a tough one. Nice whack, Kadojo. Just thwacked him with the staff there. I like it.
Last mistake.
Oh. Oh, he's yelling at the flaming Draugr there. Talking trash to a burning corpse. He's not entirely with it in his old age, I would say, right? Transmute enamels? Yeah, for sure. Surprised he didn't give himself a big gold grill.
What are you doing that for?
What, stepping on bones? Alright, there's a battle coming, so let's buff you guys up here a little bit. Hey, there's Gale. Look, everybody, Gale's here.
What was that?
Speaking of Sijiks, Gale's Sijik from the Living Relic challenge is what most inspired me with my current Good Guy challenge. And I gotta figure out how to show him appropriately, I think. I was very impressed with Gale's Sijik character and how she managed a support character with Lucian in the lead. It was very unique and interesting.
I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before.
Tolfdir be flossin' for sure.
This bears closer inspection.
Now I want to get an FNIS spell to get him to do the floss, the dance.
You can find whatever this vision of yours.
I feel like Sijiks are going to become more relevant in the coming games, considering their opposition to the Thalmor. Yeah, and you know what? BGS does have a bit of a track record in heavily leveraging things that were briefly mentioned in previous games, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if they did more Sijik stuff. Yeah, anybody know when the showcase starts for that? It's got to be coming up really soon. That was my first total support character, and it was actually a lot of fun. Yeah, I haven't actually been playing my Good Guy nearly as much as I should have. I'm gonna have some major cramming to do in the next week or two, I think. But for me, the challenge was mostly about the concept and coming up with that punishment mechanic for the pariah type character. And like, not necessarily what he did, but how to play, you know? So that's kind of what I'm trying to reconcile right now. I don't have a whole lot of footage that, like gameplay footage to show off some of like the cool stuff that he did. I'm more concerned about showing off the cool stuff that I came up with on how to play. I gotta be really careful of this rune here. Let's go ahead and trigger that now. Sorry, Kadojo. Sorry, bud. Oh, you barely even felt that, though. Look at you. You got a full health bar. Here, have some courage. For your trouble. Oh yeah, I also did pick up Okado's Recital and our favorite little ponder spell with the glowing moons above the head that gives a random buff. Also, I'm using that, which is an illusion spell. And oh, that's a Restless Draugr. That's going to be a little tough. Get him, Kadojo.
Be careful.
Oh, sorry. I just stabbed Kadojo twice. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Okado's Recital. The Ponder spell, which is illusion. And also the, I think, just Oak Flesh. I might have upgraded to Stone Flesh. Let me see here. Yeah, I did upgrade to Stone Flesh. I think that might have also been off stream a little bit too. So I should be getting some skill progress in both Illusion and Alteration. Stone Flesh seems to be a little more potent in terms of level progression than Ponder. Ponder seems a bit light. That lock is too tough, but I wonder if Kadojo can open this for me. I think he can. If I can find him. Alright. You furry monk. Not the panicked monk. I'm looking for the furry monk. My character didn't make it out of test stage, but I'll try to watch the live stream presentations. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, sometimes they just don't take, right?
What can Kadojo do for you?
I would like you to do something for me.
What can Kadojo do for you?
Take your time.
I would like you to try to open up this box, because I think there might be something good in there.
I understand.
Oh, look at you, Master Lockpick.
Is there anything else?
That's it for now, friend. Alright. So that's good to know that he can do that for us. One of my sons is getting married in 2 weeks, so we've been busy. Oh, well, congratulations to your son. That's a big step in anybody's life. And you know, with stuff opening up now after the whole human malware situation, you know, I feel like there's going to be like a rash. There's going to be, the new epidemic is going to be the epidemic of weddings. Everybody's going to be sick of them. My wife and I have already been to one wedding. We got another one in the fall, I believe. Not super out of town, still in state, but one of them was up north a couple miles in Sedona, which is beautiful. And then another one's going to be down in Tucson later in the year, I think. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we're getting to the age now where, you know, most of our friends and family are already married and won't be getting married again anytime soon, even though, you know, that's already happened too. Starting to hit second rounds on everybody. Okay, so far these Draugr aren't posing too much of a threat. You know, I just gotta mind my feet so I'm not hitting traps. Poison is still very deadly at this level and on this difficulty level, Legendary. And then the runes. The runes are the worst. There are 2 more runes, actually. And they're both shock runes later on in the dungeon. But the Draugr themselves have not been too much of an issue. The Restless Draugrs are a bit spongy, but that will get better with time as we level up our two-handed skill and upgrade our spear here. And our defense has been pretty much on point. I haven't taken an unblocked attack here in a while, and I would rather not, just to find out if I could handle it in a permadeath setting here. That would be a 1 death and done situation. Oh, there's a Whiterun guard here. Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll. Actually, no, nobody stole my sweet roll. But I do have cinnamon rolls in the freezer. And if somebody were to break into my house and steal them, I would be very upset. And you would be the first to know about it, Mr. Whiterun guard. Will we find the sweet roll? Oh, man. Never. We will never find the sweet roll. No! Wow. Okay, that is a white, and that thing is a tough customer.
I've suffered twice.
Bash him out of the power attack there. Okay. Alright, I'm sweating a little bit after that one. I feel like that would have been a one-hitter quitter if we took a shot from that battle axe and a Draugr white. Luckily, I'm getting, you know, 130 frames per second, and my reactions seem to be on point this morning, thanks to the Dr. Pepper. So, you know, I was able to handle it, but still scary situation. Onolin didn't survive a shipwreck in icy cold waters to be done in by a crusty bone walker on an academic field trip. You know what I mean? You'll see me quick saving now and then just because if I do encounter a crash, I want to be able to recover as gracefully as possible, you know? Okay. Alright, my favorite puzzle here. I think I've walked you guys through how to do this so many times that I'm just going to do it at this point. I've seen people get stuck on that thing for several minutes, and it's abundantly frustrating to watch when you know the trick to it.
Hold on, my boy, hold on. I thought it high time I
Oh, Tolfdir just was trying to avoid that puzzle. He didn't want to be in charge of trying to figure out how to do that thing. Little did he know, I'm a puzzle master. May as well just call me Jigsaw. Disrespect the law and you disrespect me. Used to be an adventurer like you, and then I took an arrow in the knee. City guard, it's not just a job, it's an adventure. It's a way of life, right? Pelagius the Mad. Something tells me we may have an encounter with old Pelagius at some point. Or maybe Kadojo does, since he's got the gift of foresight there. Wow, what a mess, Kadojo. You know, for a monk, he has no problem spattering the blood of his enemies all over himself. You know, there really needs to be a mod that gives these characters that become temporary teammates the Lightfoot perk, because Tolfdir always triggers that damn trap, and it is so annoying. Why not just give every NPC in the game the Lightfoot? Well, then, you know, that might have some ramifications on things like runes and the traps from Ordinator, the bear traps. Okay, this can be a tough fight. Let's see. I do have resist cold. He does, I think, fire ice spikes at us. So I'll be buffing up as much as possible for this fight. If I can get Kadojo to take point, if I could get Kadojo to take point and absorb as much of the punishment. Sorry, Kadojo. I know you're going to be my meat shield. I think we have a better chance, but this guy can be a little cagey, and he does tend to target the player character with priority.
Growing weary.
Nothing seems to work. Keep it busy. I'll try to drain.
Oh, are you going to take the long way around there, Tolfdir? All right, let's go ahead and buff up.
You are wounded.
Oh, yep, there he goes, coming right at me. Doesn't care about Kadojo, and I'm stuck. Okay. All right, where'd he go? Hang in there, Kadojo, I'm coming. Very slowly coming, but I'm coming. Here we go. Okay, and he's gonna explode. I gotta get out of there.
I'm not the only one.
Maybe he didn't explode.
Why, this is utterly unique.
Whew, okay. That wasn't entirely comfortable, but that went well. All's well that ends well. Would have to be added during the quest stage. Of course, it is doable.
What could this place be?
I would be surprised if somebody hasn't tried to address that already, because it's got to be annoying many more people than just me. What is this thing?
I have no idea. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The Archmage needs to be informed immediately. He needs to see this for himself. I don't dare leave this unattended. Can you return to the college and inform Sabo-Saran of this discovery? Please, hurry.
Okay, then. What do we have here? Well, that's interesting. Isn't he supposed to have an amulet fragment on him? Or is the fragment over here somewhere? No, this is where the staff is. I thought he was wearing the fragment. He's supposed to be wearing the fragment. Oh man, I missed Todd by 1 day? You kidding me? Might be on the table. I mean, now I'm second guessing myself, but I thought he was supposed to be wearing it. I thought it was supposed to be in his inventory. It's not like I haven't done this about 10,000 million times. You'd think I would know for sure. I mean, it's not like a deal breaker or anything. The Gauldur amulet would be something that I would like to have for this character, but it's not like a run-defining item or anything. Interesting, right? On the table, yes, got blown off.
What strange jewel have we uncovered?
There's also the writ of sealing that I thought was supposed to be in his inventory too.
Discovery set into motion. And this is only the beginning.
You know, I don't think that there was any explosions though, was there? Usually he explodes, but he didn't this time. And if there was an explosion, it would have blown the staff off too, but the staff was untouched. His amulet? Yes, yeah, I got the staff. Yeah, that's what I thought, that the amulet was... Okay, so I think something's bugged here. I'll have to look into it. I could easily... You know... I could easily just console in... the fragment piece. But I want to be able to fix the quest the right way. So maybe off stream I'll look into how to fix that and maybe, you know, set quest stages and stuff. Yeah, he should have them on him. Mod conflict, perhaps? I don't think so. I mean, maybe. This is my permadeath profile. And the only difference between the permadeath profile and the base profile, because in my Shadow Mage playthrough, I definitely have the entire Gauldur amulet, and the quest wasn't bugged at all. And the only difference between that base profile and this one is the animated armory and heavy armory additions for the spears. Is it renamed Fragment Piece? Well, maybe. Jyrik's Amulet Fragment. Is that new? What's it supposed to be called? Oh, well, now there's a lot of fragments. I'm running Zim's immersive artifacts, which is the only thing I can think of that would change it. But I'm running that on the other profile too. I'll have to do some research on it. It's not a big deal. Yeah, different. It should be on him. Okay. All right. You gonna be here by? All right, here by yourself?
I'll be fine. We seem to have eliminated the most pressing threat. It certainly seems that whoever placed this here intended for it to be well guarded. I wonder
for as
why.
flighty as he is, he does seem completely capable of taking care of himself as well.
Let him know that we've unearthed something, well, I'm not sure. Something unique, let's say. It's clearly magical in nature, but like nothing I've ever seen before. He should be most interested.
The Ball of Magnus. Makes you wonder what happened to his other ball, yeah? No, nothing? Not even a chuckle from the monk? Ah, right. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back to Savos Aran and let him know about Magnus's balls. Staff of Flesh. Well, that sounds naughty, doesn't it? Expend 20 stamina per second to heal a damaged conjured minion for 20 points per second. Alright. Steel short spear. I would like to get a backup spear at some point, just in case I get disarmed with the Imperial one here. But the short spear isn't gonna do it. Need a big spear. The little elf needs a big spear. Okay, so in regard to what Kadojo told us to focus on the stair steps in front of us instead of the peak that we're trying to obtain, I do have a plan of where we're going to go from here. But with ice wolves running around at this level, one ice wolf could easily bring about our demise. So, actually, let's take this route. So I need to be careful. I need to stay focused on what I am doing instead of what I am going to do. Oh, there's a spear. I was just talking about how I needed a backup spear. All right, I'll take it. Oh, you know what? This is probably all stuff that the college is studying. I'm gonna leave that be. There are some little potions and stuff there that are going to be very valuable for us in this permadeath setting, but trying to meld the gameplay with the roleplay here. So let's leave that alone. Alright, friend. I don't know if this is a regular wolf or an ice wolf, so... Or a snow fox. Magus, you know what? I am sorry, man. But this fox is going down. Oh, I thought he was going down. Alright. We're going on a tour of the icy tundra here. Oh man, I thought I had him on that one. Oh, did I get him? Yeah! Alright. High FPS gaming right there. I should take these skills to CSGO. Those foxes can be tough to hit. You gotta admit. Yeah, Magus, I hope you didn't see that. You should have asked the Magic 8 Ball if I was going to kill 6 today instead of seeing that, seeing a forest dragon. Okay, now I'm completely turned around. Okay, there's the Sea of Ghosts right there, so... we can find the college from the coastline, I think. No need to consult the GPS. Kine is pleased. Magus not so much. Unsub. Yeah, sorry about that. That's rough. That's rough. I have a little dog in real life that it's fairly obviously descended from foxes, so it's tough for me to carry that out. Oh my god, that's an ice wolf. Not a nice wolf, an ice wolf. Man, he blended right in there, didn't he? And I was not ready. Okay, well now I got the spear handy anyway. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna take your pelt just for that. And here we go, here's the coastline. Now the Horkers I also feel bad about, but Kadojo is suggesting that, you know, fighting these Horkers, they can be formidable. This could be a way to get our battle legs back underneath us. And also, the Horker population has been increasing at an invasive rate. They're able to pretty much take care of any predator that they may encounter right now, so the whole ecological balance of things, as you can see, like the corpses of those wolves in the background up there, the whole ecological balance of things in the area is going to be offset by, you know, just the fact that the Horkers are growing out of control. and the predators there are not strong enough to kill them, to cull their numbers. So Kadojo says that it might be wise to, you know, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We'll get some training here and do the environment some good by culling these horkers. And I did see a wolf up there too. Get our illusion skill up and running here too.
You can wait.
I do still have the beast tongue ability, but I'm saving that for when I need it. Something like a Silent Moons run or some other bandit camp that is more open. Just because those animal followers really get in the way in a corridor and they become very cumbersome to manage in tight areas.
It is over before it begins.
So that's going to be more of a situational tool for me than...
I will send you
And there's an illusion level. Than something that I have like a permanent follower like I did with my Druid Archer gameplay. Man, they still do hit hard, don't they? Ooh, he takes a lot of stabs. Stab, 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 stab. You really don't want to end up with a horker following you. They're very true. They're very slow. Not only do they take up a lot of space in a doorway, but, you know, be spending a lot of time waiting for them to catch up, that's for sure. There's a shrine over there that I'm interested in, getting a little curious. I'm getting sidetracked here. I really need to tell Savos the story with Saarthal here, but I'm curious. Horker rushes into battle. You know, seeing a Horker in full battle armor would be pretty badass and kind of frightening, though, I gotta say. And for any, like, maritime battles or anything, too. Alright. Whoa, okay. That ice wolf almost flanked us there. Whew, okay. Mortal enemies was a lifesaver there with the fixed attack trajectories. That wolf were able to... Ooh, look at this. That wolf were able to adjust its attack on the fly. That would have hurt a lot. The importance of wear. One-handed, we'll leave that there. Perfect Sovngarde steel. Sounds valuable, yeah. Those items, those are crafting ingredients for the Leviathan Axe mod. I haven't really explored that mod a whole lot. It's added via the Novice guide. It did look very interesting, so I kept it in. At some point, I will have like a test character or something that is focused on... Oh no, here's that cute Horker again that I encountered as the bard, and I was gonna kill him, but then I saw him all snuggled up like that, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. All right, no, cute Horker, can't kill him. This is Arana's territory. I love the northern coastline. Yeah, it is. It's equal parts bleak and scenic. Bleenic? You said test character. I sure did. Yeah, I don't really have test characters anymore. I've just completely given up on that whole concept. The Shadow Mage character actually came about as a test character, wanting to see if what I could come up with centering a character around a Wakizashi. because I thought that the short little katanas from Immersive Armors were good, or were like pretty cool, but I never really had a character that would use them. So I ended up fashioning this whole like ninja style character off of one item in the game. And that's probably what I'll end up doing with the Leviathan Axe, honestly. That's no Horker, that's my wife. Good one, Struden. Good one. My other character is also, he likes to craft those wakizashis as like a hobby. It's something that kind of sets his mind at ease. Oh, I've been running this quick light the whole time too. Jeez, how annoying. So whenever he sees an ore vein, he gets all excited and needs to harvest the ore for his next project. So I'm like trying to shift gears into a new character that has no interest in crafting whatsoever. Okay, so we should be safe from here on out, at least until the next adventure. Let's see. What time is it? 12:01. So we still have another 2 hours of the stream left, which means there's a lot of trouble that we can still get into here. Okay, so let's talk to Savos, and then we'll discuss our next steps here. Yeah. Oh, I see an epic level up. GPS says head for Helgen. Okay. Let's see, he's probably in his quarters, so let's go see if we can find him. Wow. Aren has some snazzy digs here, yeah? Very nice. Alright, let's see. He's probably nose deep in a book or something somewhere, isn't he?
A wise monk once said, when one returns from a long journey, they may find their home much smaller than when they left it.
Ah. Little thing about claustrophobia and wanderlust there, I think. Very wise indeed, Kadojo.
Here, are you not? I have noticed you, but we have not spoken.
Hello, Trillian. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, in case anybody didn't hear, I do have a stream bot running. I'm upgrading my streaming game. Little by little, every stream here. No, sir, we have not met.
Sir? How quaint.
That's an old habit from
Savos Aren,
Onolin's time in the Legion.
Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic
He's been conditioned to revere authority, I think.
Here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear?
Very clear, but I'm actually here to speak to you about Saarthal. Some nasty business going on in there.
Please don't tell me that another one of the apprentices has been incinerated.
Should have taken off this ridiculous helmet before I entered the Archmage's quarters here. Well, we found some sort of ball. Only one, not two. But Tolfdir wanted you to see it. Tolfdir wanted you to see his single ball.
I see. I trust
Tolfdir wanted you to see his 8-ball.
A more specific explanation.
Savos secretly wear a dress. For sure.
Tolfdir normally looks after you.
8-ball is great, isn't it?
Since he's apparently occupied.
Well, he's not even secretly wearing a dress. Those robes are technically a dress, I think, aren't they?
You should begin researching the subject. And good work. The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be helpful.
Staff of Mage Light, huh? I don't think that will be useful at all, because as you can see, I got a little glowy thing of my own that I can summon whenever I want. So hey, out of curiosity, have you ever met with the Sijik Order?
Personally? No, not I.
Ooh, that's
One
not
of
a
their
great
number used to
view
advise
there.
the
Okay,
Archmage
we'll
when I
stick
was
to the
but an
third person.
apprentice here, but that was a great many years ago.
Savos in
Before
a
all the
mystical
members of the
toga,
Order
that
were
would
called
be
back
epic.
to the Isle of Artaeum, and it disappeared entirely.
That would absolutely be epic. You know, alright, so these people really are steeped in mystery then, aren't they? Okay, so he wanted us to go talk to Mirabelle, I believe. So I guess Tolfdir is going to be tied up for a while with the balls of Magnus. So let's see if we can find Mirabelle here. She's probably Tolfdir's boss.
I've been trying to find you.
Oh,
I just
really?
wanted to let you know that Ancano's been asking about you. I think he's
Okay.
looking for you.
And why would Ancano be looking for me?
I'm not sure. Just, well, mind what you tell him, all right?
So the Thalmor should be here legally if, you know, we are recognizing the Empire as leaders of Skyrim here. So what does it matter what I say to him?
Between the two of us, there are rumors about him. That this advisor position he has is a sham, an excuse. That what he's really doing is spying for the Thalmor, trying to feed them information. Whether it's true, I can't say. But it never hurts to be a little suspicious, does it?
Alright, well, he doesn't want to ruffle any feathers here. Annalyn, he is not at odds with the Thalmor, we'll say that. But he doesn't want to ruffle any feathers here, so he's going to just say thanks for the warning.
You're welcome.
And so, yeah, maybe we should talk about Annalyn's relationship with the Thalmor here a little bit. So, Thalmor in Valenwood was a bit of a contentious affair from what I've gathered. As a wood elf, I think that he would have plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor, as Delphine alluded to with Malborn in the main quest. But in Annalyn's case, he was kind of a wild child, I believe, and he got himself into a lot of trouble. And he was able to turn his life around only when he joined the Legion, which was, you know, kind of under the command of the Thalmor at that point. So he's actually fought insurrections, people fighting against the Thalmor. He has fought alongside the Thalmor. He doesn't like them personally. He doesn't really, on the deepest levels, probably doesn't agree with a lot of their politics and a lot of their philosophies. But his life was turned around when he was given the structure of the Legion and military life. And so, you know, he doesn't consider himself at odds with the Thalmor. He considers them allies more than anything at this point. But he gets the feeling that there is a strong anti-Thalmor sentiment amongst people of the college here. He also is aware that he needs the college right now to teach him how to regain his magical talents that he had before the shipwreck and before he became frozen or near frozen in the Sea of Ghosts. And Kadojo seems to... Oh, there's Mirabelle. All right, back in. Kadojo is telling us that there's a lot of important things going on here in this college that we need to be part of. So
I understand you're the one that found this orb.
he's not at odds with the Thalmor. He's also not one to challenge the status quo at this point, because the structure of military life has been so transformative to his life that he's gonna... That's kind of a sentiment that he's kept. So what do you know about the Sijic Order? We're trying to
No
piece
more
this
than
thing
anyone else,
together.
I don't think. They're a very old order. Predated the Imperial Mages Guild by quite a bit. In fact, the Mages Guild was founded in opposition to the idea of the Sijic Order, that only an elite few should have control over magic. No one has seen or heard from them in over 100 years now, though.
100 years, so I am the lucky centennial man, I guess, huh? Let's see. Well, the Archmage asked me to see you about class.
Yes, from what I've heard, I expect Tolfdir will be occupied for some time.
Most likely.
That is a problem, isn't it? I suppose someone else will need to look after the apprentices for now.
And what should I do then if there's no class?
Well, perhaps it's time for some independent study. Check with Urag
There's never any
Grosha
class
in
in
the
this stream.
Arcanium. See if he's aware of any references to this thing that you and Tolfdir found. I'd like to know as much as we can about it.
All right. Mirabelle wants to know as much as she can about Tolfdir's thing. That's what I heard anyway. That's what I got from that. All right, so Urag. Let's get some fresh air here. Getting a little stuffy in there with all those bodies. That was not a flattering view of Kadojo there for a second. Let's see. Even though I did get the Beast Tongue power, you'll still see me chasing these Harrier squawks around. These targeted animals here are going to be a great source of loot, but also spell books. They do tend to drop a lot of spell books. And I'm running several spell mods that that can kind of bend a character class or a character build a little bit. So I'd like to see what I can get from those in random drops.
You know, they say knowledge is its own reward.
Wow, they keep it dark in this library, don't they? Alright, Urag, where are you? Oh, there he is.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might
Trying
as
to
well
fix
be my own little plane of oblivion.
Eleanor's shortcomings,
Disrupt
no doubt.
my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now,
Can Karn
do you
spell book?
require assistance?
Leaning towards no. Great. Thanks for the confidence there, Stream Elements.
We have been working on something together.
Welcome, The Wind, by the way. Let's see here. All right, let's go ahead and fleece all the quest fuel from Urag here.
If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure valuable books from some more dangerous locations.
Well, yeah, I'm ready for some adventure. I could use some danger to get these legs stretched out and the spear arms back into shape, if you know what I mean.
Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about. Check it out, but be careful.
And are there any other special books you're looking for?
As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of
And cue
Shalador?
voice change for Urag.
Immensely powerful mage.
You can tell
Back
that
in
they had the
First
voice
Era.
actor come in
Had an
like a
understanding
week or
of
two
magic.
later
Few
and
have
try to
ever
recapture
matched.
the same
He
voice that he
holed
had
himself up
in the
Labyrinth
previous session,
and
but
devoted
couldn't
all
quite
his
get it.
time to research and study, but more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us.
I've adjusted my chat window so that when I'm looking at the chat, it's actually very close to where the camera is over there. So if you see me kind of glancing over in your direction, I'm not like giving you the side eye or anything. I'm just checking chat. Okay, so we need to learn something. We need to learn about something we found in Saarthal.
I know what you want.
Oh,
Word
you
travels
do, huh?
fast around here. Discovered some big mystery.
He knows what
well,
we
you
want.
don't even need to ask. No, I don't have anything for you. Not anymore, anyway.
So you don't have anything that can help?
I said not anymore.
Ooh, he's so defensive.
Orthorn stole a number of books when he ran off to Felglow Keep to join those summoners. Some kind of peace offering. I think one of those volumes may have had some relevant information. If you want them, you'll have to talk to Orthorn.
Orthorn. Who is this Orthorn?
He was an apprentice here at the college. Not very skilled, but got involved with a group of mages who took a liking to him. When they left, he took off after them. Stole supplies and books from the college. I suppose as a way to ingratiate himself.
And nobody cares that Orthorn just stole these things from the college.
Not enough to bother with. Archmage Aaron's approach to these things is just to let them sort themselves out.
He's one of those hands-off leaders,
now
yeah.
It looks like you'll be doing the sorting. Good luck with that.
Will Karn regret giving us commands to play? Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet, the Wind. Look deep into your heart and you'll see the answer. For whatever reason, the Stream Elements bot doesn't seem to work on unlisted streams, so it's hard for me to test this stuff without going live. So I might have some test streams in the near future here to test out some ideas I have for custom chatbot commands. So what's the significance about this Felglow Keep?
Let's just call it a difference of opinion with the college. They were interested in research that goes outside the bounds of what the college allows, so they were persuaded to leave.
All right. I think we got everything we need from him. All right, so we need to find these books that Orthorn stole. And I also want to see where it's trying to send us on these Radiant quests here. Okay, what time is it? 3:02. Let's see. I think...
You there.
Oh.
I have questions for you. You were in Saarthal, yes? It has come to my attention that something was found there.
So Annalyn is used to a good working relationship with the Thalmor. He doesn't mind their pretentious nature as much as most. So he's going to be respectful to Ancano, I think. Yeah, we did. I just informed the Archmage.
I am well aware. Tolfdir is still in Saarthal, is he? I shall be expecting a full report from him when he returns.
You guys are spooky about knowing things almost at the same time as the original person. How do you do it?
It is my job to know these things. My role as advisor to the Archmage is aided by knowing everything that transpires here. Thank you for your help. You may go now.
Everything? Even that little private time I had in my quarters last night? Wait, you don't know about that, right? Alright. They don't call us wood elves for nothing.
I have many important things on.
All right. Okay, so what's the plan going forward here? Let's see. I do have a level up, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm not going to save that for anything tactical right now because I have all the trainers I want right here. Well, at least I think I have all the trainers I want right here. I might need some illusion training. We'll see. We're heading to Whiterun anyway, so if we don't have what we need here, we're definitely going to have it with the companions over there. What do we need most out of everything here? Looks like health, maybe? Good, good. And we have a perk that we can spend here. Let's see, two-handed is a strong choice, but we need level 30 before we can take anything. Reducing stamina cost of power attacks, which could be interesting. I honestly don't know if power attacks are going to be a huge part of Annalyn's game. He's been doing fine with just regular attacks. And I would rather save my stamina for things like dodging and timed blocking anyway. Block is good, but that's just a 10% reduction in damage incoming damage. The next rank in time block and poke the dragon are going to be more interesting to me, particularly poke the dragon. That comes in 5 more block levels though, so not a whole lot there. Heavy armor mastery, let's see, cushioned. I don't really plan on doing a whole lot of falling. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me, but I'm going to skip that for now. Alteration is a good one. Having a little more time on our flesh spells might be good. Plus, if we get a hold of any kind of alteration spell that might be useful at some point, having a cost reduction on that would be great as well. Oh, we got quotes. The wind coming through. They don't call us wood elves for nothing. He's gonna be sorry. Oh, I'm so not sorry about that. I wear my shame like a fine garment. Of course Karn is interested in poking the dragon, you know. Some of those dragons be real sexy. I'm not gonna lie. Illusion. This actually might come more in handy. I don't see myself doing a whole lot of Dream Thief with this character, just because this character's infiltration is more of a tactical thing than it is breaking and entering into sleeping people's houses. It might be useful in like barracks and stuff like that, or Imperial outposts. I'll keep an eye on it. I don't need it just yet. And dual casting, of course, if I'm going to be doing spell scribe, which I might at some point, that will become more important. But I think I'm going to go with alteration on this one. Ooh, distorted shape would be really cool too. I'm gonna have to spend a two perks to get it because I'm heavily armored. The infiltration gear that I have is unarmored, but that's not the situations where I'm going to be using the infiltration gear is not the situation where I need the armor, if that makes sense. But distorted shape, I don't think this has a prerequisite of being unarmored. It doesn't say so anywhere in the perk itself. So that could be very useful when we get to level 40 there, and very much worth the 2 perks to get it, even if I'm not going to be using that previous one. Okay, so the plan now is to head out to Winterhold and kind of set up a base of operations here. And it looks like we never actually collected the bounty from Halted Stream Camp, where we almost met our demise. That's so close on that one. Lessons learned there, do not go clearing bandit camps in the rain when visibility is limited. Lucky day there, Karn. Beats chasing the dragon, very sure, very sure. So yeah, going back to Whiterun, we're gonna grab the bounty from Preventus, maybe pick up some more work if there is another bounty to clear. And, you know, I might think about taking on Broken Fang Cave. There are some vampires in there that are very scary, but I think if we play our cards right, we might be able to do that. So yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna go to Whiterun, we're gonna see what kind of bounties they have available. If there's something that I feel comfortable with taking on, we'll do that. Maybe try to get some gear, some loot, some training. Ooh, yeah, training. Before we move on, I wanna see if there's training here that I need to get. Ooh, what's this down here too? Okay. So here's the book. There's Shalador's writings here in Haymar's Shame, which might be a little above our pay grade. I think there are only 1 or 2 vampires here. I think there are 2 vampires here in Broken Cave and some Broken Fang Cave and some skeletons. which I don't feel completely overmatched with. But Haymar's Shame here, there are a lot of vampires. So that might be a little above our pay grade here. But I don't think there is a whole lot of nasty over here. That might be doable if we're looking to head toward Helgen. Let's see. I saw that standing stone next to your name and thought you had a special thing. Ooh. You thought Magus had a special thing? You know, maybe he does have a special thing. In the chat window on screen. Okay, thanks for the clarification. It's fun to chase a little tail from time to time. Okay, so yeah, that's the plan. Let's see, what do we need training in most right now? Alteration is good at 27, and that's going to continue to progress pretty well for a while with Stoneflesh hooked up to Okado's Recital. Illusion is lagging a little behind. Ponder doesn't seem to be doing as much of the heavy lifting in terms of skill progression for Illusion as Stoneflesh does for Alteration, which makes a certain amount of sense. I think Ponder is only a novice level spell, while Stoneflesh is an apprentice level spell. So that's okay. We can always take Illusion training to help shore that up. Heavy Armor is a little behind as well. It's at 23. Illusion's lower. Block is at 25, which is okay, and Two-Handed is at 24. So I think while we're here, I think Illusion's going to be lagging just a little bit. We've been casting Fury and Courage a lot, and it's still lagging behind. So I think might be best to find Drevis here. I think I saw him either in the Arcanium or heading that way. So let's see if we can find Drevis, get some Illusion training, sell off some of our loot. You know, it's odd that we didn't find any Forgotten Magics tomes while we were out as well. We only got the Necrotic Ooze. Which, if you're like me, you've had way too much Necrotic Ooze in your life already. It looked like an icon next to his name. Ah, tail. Must buff up my speechcraft. Indeed, indeed.
Eleanor,
still watching Wrapping Birthdays. Whose birthday? Strudel.
Here and there. It makes it impossible to determine if a book's been checked out.
I'm sorry. It's just.
Oh, you had some necrotic ooze, but your doctor said it was normal?
Concern for the person who has to clean up.
Yeah, it's a little gross, but it doesn't really affect my life too negatively. My wife might say otherwise, but
until the end of the day as well. I will need to have a word with Urog regarding your training.
Urog. Is that Finis? That is Finis. Neria. Tall drink of water. Finis again. Yeah, okay, so I don't see Drevis here in the Arcanium anywhere. Unless he's in a stairwell somewhere.
There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
Oh, so Finis is a gigolo. Is that what he's saying? They don't persecute gigolos here in the college? Alright, so the scavenger hunt for Drevis begins. I'm going to check the Hall of Elements, and if he's not here, I'm going to go check the Hall of Countenance. Ah, progeny number 2, eh? 23. Oh man, 23 was so long ago. Seems very quiet in here, not a whole lot of commotion. There's Enthier. Okay, I don't see Drevis up here either, so he's probably down in his quarters, trying to become invisible, failing miserably. And I went the wrong way. There's the gates. Seems like yesterday. All my troubles were so far away. I know, right? Life was so simple. I mean, I was in college then, probably battling panic attacks and not getting any sleep because of all-night project work and things like that. But, you know, with nostalgia-colored glasses, everything was simpler, and I was so much happier back then. But I really don't think that's the case. I had my issues back then, for sure. All right, Monk. Happy Skyrimming. Have fun with Kjerl. No more racy backgrounds, okay? Getting bot blocked on the Discords.
You know, they say knowledge is its own reward.
I would like you to train me in illusion magic.
I shall explain to you the mysteries of the Outer Realms.
We do have plenty of gold to pay for training, which is good, and that takes us right up close to level 8. So if we are lucky at all, we'll be level 9 by the time we hit, before we take on Broken Fang Cave, which would be great. Especially, I would love to have that that tactical level up in my back pocket in case we run into trouble with the vampires there, you know? Project work. Thank you for calling me out on that, The Wind. Alright, see you, Joe. Okay, let's see what we got to sell here.
Master the arcane arts.
Oh man, I feel kind of bad selling off the Staff of Flesh. The whole Wood Elf thing goes really well with the Staff of Flesh, don't you think? But it's only 57 gold. I don't know, maybe we can keep the Staff of Flesh around for a souvenir. Let's see, the Staff of Jyrik Gauldurson. I keep calling him Jyrik for some reason, and I know that that's wrong, but I'm so conditioned to say Jyrik for some reason. It's a unique piece, but I don't think I'm going to get any use out of it, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that off. Same with the Staff of Mage Light, not needed with Quick Light available. The Spell Tome, Necrotic Ooze, as much fun as we've had with the name of that spell, I don't need it, I'm going to sell it. The Madness of Pelagius, don't need that either. Saarthal Amulet, don't need it. Amulet of Stendar. The language on this is odd. It says you block 10% more damage with your shield, but I'm pretty sure it's just a straight block damage reduction of 10%. You don't have to use a shield for it, I think. In either case, I would rather have the damage boost on the two-handed attacks, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell that off too. The necklace I don't need. The scrolls we're gonna keep, those might come in handy at some point. Enchanted rings I don't need. At some point, I'm going to get this spear enchanted, and at that point, the filled soul gems will be very handy in recharging them, or recharging it. But for now, I have no use for it either, and I don't really plan on doing any enchanting other than till level 40 to get the Spell Scribe perk. The best offensive is more offense. Yes, indeed, indeed. And right now, I could use the gold more than I can use the soul gems. Oh, the treasure map too. I think that's the one right outside of Whiterun, isn't it? We can pick that up when we go there too. Yep, it's behind the windmill there. Okay, so let's see. 4 o'clock. I think we have time to hit the general trader on the way out to the carriage stop outside of Winterhold here. And then we will take a nice carriage ride all the way back to Whiterun and see what awaits us there in terms of adventure. We still got about an hour and a half left in my stream window here. So we have plenty of time for hijinks and perhaps even a good death. I hope not. But, oh, I thought that guy was embedded in the snow. I was like, oh boy, here we go. Who is that? Is that Norelian? Just a mercenary wizard. Just your run-of-the-mill spell for hire, I guess. Got no eyebrows either. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I forgot to stop at Birna's Oddments. General Trader. Sell her some of the things that I couldn't sell to the mage. Norelian. I meant Nelikar. These end names mixing me up. So you got any plans for child number 2 birthday celebration?
I heard the gourmets
Will there be
hiding
cake?
out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fella
Will
who
there
wrote that
be
cookbook?
pin the tail on the donkey?
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Will there be hijinks? I hope all of the above. Ooh, a piñata. Hide boots of grit. I must have gotten this from one of the frozen corpses. Not gonna need it. It's light armor. Kadojo is unarmored. The fear and frenzy potions, they don't do a whole lot of good after a certain point. The healing potion is not going to do us any good. Cure disease we'll keep just in case. We are fighting vampires soon, after all. She's not going to give us anything for this grade A prime human meat. Oh, we'll save that for later. The Netch Jelly I want to keep because that can be fun. Netch Jelly can be a good time. If you know what I mean. Oh. Yeah, we lost some money there on that sale, but that's okay. I know everybody loves witnessing the inventory screen in these gameplay streams here. But I find that if you stay on top of it, you can kind of mitigate how long you spend in those screens. If you let it catch up to you, you're gonna have to spend an extended amount of time at the vendors trying to get rid of stuff for encumbrance purposes. So I like to try to stay on top of it, keep it neat, keep it clean, keep it tight. You know what I mean? All right, back to Whiterun. Thank you, The Wind. Oh man, I'm so glad you're in the chat to fill out these quotes. Okay, so how do we get a random quote then? We just go exclamation point quote and it'll give you a random one? Sure you are. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it helps if you can spell it right, Magus. It's quote, okay. And Streamlabs can be a little slow now and then. Or not Streamlabs, Stream Elements. Okay, let's see. Ooh, we do have the traveling merchants, the traveling Khajiit caravan over here. We can sell them off some stuff. Ooh, look at the god rays coming through the trees. Very cool. There it is.
Fortune smiles upon this meeting.
They don't call us wood elves for nothing. Yeah, a little slow. That's okay.
Take a look.
Yeah, with the Staff of Flesh and the Netch Jelly, Kadojo has no idea what adventures await for him. Alright. We'll just sell off the gems here. Inigo would be proud. In my other profile, he's constantly nagging me about selling off my gems.
Take a look.
Ooh, Divine Armor. Dare we? Reducing incoming spells dealt. Ooh, that's really expensive, though. We have the gold for it. Oh, boy. Divine Light. Incoming spell damage. That would be really useful against those vampires in Broken Fang. The thing is, I also want to pay Yorland to upgrade my spear. Protects the caster with frost armor, increasing armor rating by 100 for 68 seconds. That's almost more useful. I mean, it's not going to help us with... Oh, wow. There's so much good stuff here. I feel like with the stone flesh and the... Ooh, the frost armor is cheaper, though, by quite a bit. With the stone flesh and the heavy armor, our armor rating doesn't need that big of a boost from the frost armor. But we could really, really use some magic resistance. Yeah, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Ooh, and there's our level up there too. Great. We're gonna keep that in our back pocket because we might need it against some vampires there. Let's go ahead and learn that spell. And we're going to hook it up to Okado's Recital as well. That second quote, I guess maybe it got backed up in Stream Elements. It only recognized the first command, I guess. Well, that's alright. It's working better than I expected it to. Especially after my tests in an unlisted stream didn't work at all. I am super happy with with what the bot's doing right now. Oh yeah, maybe a simultaneous quote just takes the one. Oh, there it is. It's quicker this time too. There it is. Alright, it's nice and quick now. Good, good, good. Oh, and I also want to mark that Forgotten Magic spell for tracking. I think that's a Paladin spell. Divine Armor, it is indeed. Okay, good, good. That might be quite the boon, having found that. We shall see. Yep, got ninja'd again. Okay, I think we're good on vendors. I don't think we need to sell anything more off. I do want to make damn sure I go pick up that bounty, though. And we'll see if there's another one available. I want to stop off at Arcadia's shop. Looks like we're getting some shadow weirdness there, but that's okay. I do want to stop off at the apothecary, see if I can get any more useful potions for that vampire fight. I also really want to stop off at Yorland and drop off the spear so that he can upgrade it. That's going to be a huge upgrade. If we can afford a full legendary upgrade on our spear, that's going to make us a force to be reckoned with, I think. Still probably approaching glass cannon status with all the, even with all the armor buffs and everything. But if we can dispatch enemies more quickly, that's going to keep us alive. So let's do that.
All right then.
I think we can afford it. We still have 3,200 septums. That should be plenty. So let's give him, let's give him the spear. Wink, wink. From 26 to 45, that is a huge damage buff. That is almost double. That's going to be awesome. Okay, yes, definitely upgrade that for us, please. And now we're not gonna have to wait long. It's only one weapon. It's just a steel weapon too, so it shouldn't cost us a whole bunch to upgrade that. It's gonna be quite the premium because we're having Yorland do it for us, but. And we do have a backup spear. Just in case. Oops, didn't want to hit the F1. There we go. Just in case something bad happens there.
Sharing the heaven with man?
Fast fingers, wind, fast fingers, and then a whole lot of ... Where's the two things I'm out? Yeah. Done rapping for the moment, huh?
What then? Do the elves take your homes?
Magus fast fingers of Falkreath.
Your children? Your very lives?
Another quiet day, I hope.
Who has a bun? Did Yorland have a bun? I didn't even notice. I wouldn't be shocked. Gotta keep the hair out of the forge, you know? Okay, what were we doing here? Oh yeah, we have to find Preventus here. Is that him over there? I think it might be. Preventus, you owe me money, man.
Divines bless you. May the ground you walk quake as you pass.
Yeah, it was a bit dramatic of a greeting, but I appreciate it. So the bandit leader at Halted Stream Camp is dead, and we almost were as well. But that's okay, I'm here to get paid.
Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
Eorland. Eorland. Am I saying that wrong? It's probably more like Aorland, right? I always call him... I always end up saying Yorland for some reason, and that's incorrect for sure. I am running Bounty Gold. It's an SKSE mod that increases, or it allows you to set your bounty rewards, and I always thought that those were ridiculously low for the job that they tasked you with. So I boosted that up to 5. Okay, now getting a little framey here. But this is the spot, and I'm getting 50 FPS. So I think that is acceptable. And that should jump right up there once I head down to the Gildergreen area. Yep, okay, so much better than it was last stream. For sure. Alright, let's go see if there's a new bounty to pick up.
What are you looking at?
And if I'm comfortable with where it's sending us,
Even if you are my elder.
then we may take that on before Broken Fang, or I might just head right to Broken Fang tomorrow morning after we pick up our upgraded spear. We'll see. If it's something like White River Watch or Silent Moon's Camp, I'm definitely going to do that before, because I do feel comfortable with those, and I would like to get the level progression on anything from that area.
If it's work
before heading to Broken Fang Cave and taking on the vampires. You call them hot stuff. Yeah. All right. All right. I'm looking for, because of the forge thing, right? I'm looking for work. You got any leads?
Here, take a look at this.
The forge thing and
Some
other
of the
things.
Jarl's men came by and left this
I call him Hey You.
letter.
I call him late for work every single day. He takes forever to show up at the damn forge. Early in the morning. He walks to that forge from the Greymoor house, the Greymoor Manor, at just a full-blown mosey. Any more rumors
I
around?
assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree, all burnt up, in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinneret.
Yeah, as a Bosmer, that kind of
People
breaks my
want
heart a little
Danica
bit.
to
We
do
might
something about
take that
it,
on
but I
at
don't
some
know what
point.
they
But that
expect.
Hagraven there at Orphan Rock, on our little mountain island up there, might be tough to get to. (10:30 a.m.) is the start time. I've seen him start walking around 8 a.m. to get there. But he is never in any hurry to get there, and it doesn't seem to matter how much waiting I do. He rarely ever just teleports right up there. Oh yeah, and I wanted to check Arcadia's Cauldron here too. See if she has any useful potions for us in our vampire fighting endeavors. We do have the most important one, which is a cure disease, but I want to see if there's something that we can buff, maybe some magic resist. Health regeneration might be nice. We're good on healing potions, I think, and magical potions, and stamina potions. But yeah, I think some kind of resist magicka,
Good to
resist
see you.
cold maybe would help a lot.
So you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
We got to keep an eye on our septum store here too, because I want to be able to buy that spear back from Yorland. Okay, we'll do one of these 20 points or 20% frost resistance. I don't think vampires ever use fire magic. They might use shock magic though. We're still around 3,000 septums, so that's okay. Alright, so that was actually pretty fortunate getting all of those in there. Let's go ahead and hotkey those so I have them available from the quick menu. That should actually help quite a bit. I already have the Berserker potion too, so should be alright. But Freyla is down at her stall selling bits and baubles for your good lady. So I wonder who he's consoling. Ah. So Yorland's chasing some tail just like Panic Monk, huh?
All crafted by the best blacksmith in
And Magus
Skyrim.
once he gets his speechcraft up a little bit.
Warm from the oven.
Alright, so now it's getting dark. Let's go ahead and bunk at Jorvisker, because we have made our way into the companions at this point. I think we did that last stream or the stream before. And in fact, that's why Orgnar is stuck at Broken Fang Cave. Because of the rescue mission from Vilkas. Oh, and yeah, so where did that bounty come from here? Silent Moons. Okay, I think we can take... I feel fairly comfortable with Silent Moons. There is the mage there. There's a couple archers. So if the weather is bad, they can get on top of us and start pelting us from a distance, and we're not going to know where they're at. So we got to make sure that the weather is good before we take that on. But I would like to maybe get some skill progression there. Yeah, so maybe we'll do Silent Moons, and then we'll go do Broken Grotto, Broken Fang Cave. And then, you know, first thing in the morning though, I want to go out and get the treasure, the adventurer's treasure chest over here behind this, behind the farm up on the mountainside. And maybe pray to Hircine while we're up there. Can't forget about praying to Hircine out in the wilds. But first we need a good night's sleep. Alright, well maybe we'll have a seat right here next to, what's his name? Brill, good to meet you, man.
I'd be dead if not for Vignar. Took me in and helped me
Vignar,
turn
he
my
is
life
Greymane,
around.
yeah? So why did you join the Companions then?
Well, I'm not a companion myself. I just helped Vignar. He took me in when I was having a tough time and, well, I owe him.
So you are Vignar's geriatric nurse then, is what you're saying? That's cool, that's cool.
Farewell, sir.
Alright, let's get fed. Fed and watered here. I feel like wood elves would probably quite enjoy the Nord mead. I don't really know why, I just always got the impression that mead would be something that wood elves are into. You know, kind of the sweet fermented stuff. Oh, don't they actually drink something really awful? It's some kind of like milk fermented in the stomach lining of some animal or something like that, and that's their alcohol of choice. I feel like the Wood Elves have like the worst diet of all the races. Yeah, they do, huh? Cooked beef. We're gonna do some hearty stuff here. And the rabbit haunch. Still good on food, but I might have to restore my my food stores a little bit after the stream. But we're sated for now. Let's go ahead and shoot the bowl with some of the fellow companions here for a little bit, and we'll go ahead and turn in for the night. Our upgraded spear should be available first thing in the morning, I think. I'm excited for that. Meat drink. Put the burger in a blender, mix it up, and drink. Ooh, I got some rare insight into the internal workings of Onel in there. Literally. Okay, 9 o'clock. We'll go ahead and get, we'll go for a full 10 hours of sleep. He's still a little atrophied, and so battle and a lot of exercise and stuff is gonna wear him down a little quicker than it would back in his heyday. Are we hungry again already? A little bit. It is 7
I was the
a.m.
newest companion until you came along.
Let's go ahead and wait one more hour here to...
I guess that's okay.
So maybe it's 8 a.m. by the
show
time
you
we
the
get out
ropes.
there, and then we should get a commission notice from Vander, and we should be able to pick up our spear from Eorland. Eorland? Eorland? Yorland? Eorland. E-I-E-I-O. Yaga, fermented pig's milk. Nice. That sounds delicious, doesn't it? Ooh, getting a little framey here too. Yeah, just in the 50s. Alright. Vander? There he is. Look at him. Vander cameo.
I've been looking for you.
Oh, have ya?
Something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Gotta go.
So yeah, if you caught Balefish's stream yesterday, it sounds like Stu did re-record all the voice lines for Vander. I actually didn't think that... Oh, here we go. Here's our guy. He's moseying. He's in no hurry.
And reshape this land, which is mine.
God damn it.
For you, Red Legion.
Yeah, so Balefish's stream, we got a bit of a preview of all the re-recorded dialogue from Stu. And I think he mentioned they're going to probably try to re-record the dialogue one more time too, because it still is just a little boomy, he said. Sounds fine to me, but I don't think they're totally happy with how it sounds in comparison to the rest of the voices. It just doesn't quite match the dialogue sounds from the rest of the NPCs. Like I said, it sounds fine to me, but, you know, you gotta appreciate the masters of their crafts. They're trying to be perfect with it. Some really cool updates coming for the Vander mod, too. I'm really excited for. Lots of fun stuff. Oh, boy. Yorland, you're killing me here, bud. Did get a good view of his bun all the way up there. His bun and his buns. For the ladies.
My poor Frally, I think Thoron's still alive, but I
And
know
some of the
better.
guys, too. Nothing wrong with that. I would like to pick up my items. And are they ready?
Of course.
Of course they're ready. Okay, 1,700, which is, you know, actually quite the price to pay for a steel spear. But, you know, that damage upgrade is well worth it. I'll take it. And we do have the gold to spend on it, so that's good. All right. Oh, I was like, 33 damage points, that's nothing. Okay, so with my perk and my skill bonuses and my necklace of sure grip, that brings the damage up to 57 with a base iron spear being 33. So that is quite nice. I will take that. For sure, for sure. Yes. All right. So let's go get that treasure, and we're going to pray to Hircine while we're out there. And then we will just head right to Silent Moon's camp. And then we should still have enough daylight left and time in the stream to take on Broken Fang Cave as sort of the climax of this stream. I think that'll be fun. There's Vander just milling about there. Yeah, with the update package, I think Vander is not going to hang around like this anymore, but you will actually see him on a little route. He's got a bit of a mail route, so you'll be able to see him just out and about in the wild. They'll have like mailboxes that he checks. He has like a schedule where he's going to be, you know, in Riverwood on these days, Whiterun these days, so on and so forth. Checking those mailboxes. There will be an MCM menu to enable and disable things. A lot of good stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, you're not so interested in Eorlin's buns. You want to see his manly chest, huh? Well, maybe next time. Would definitely be fun to just run across Vander. Yeah, doing his thing. And he definitely runs, for sure. He's not going at the snail's pace that Eorlund and Nazim here operate at, but he's going to be doing Vander's pace. Run, run, run on the road. Okay, so I'm going to gather up this adventure's treasure here. And then as soon as I get that, I should be far enough removed from any civilization that Hircine will be happy. Ooh. And now, of course, the Harrier here is going to completely derail me. I don't see it. Oh. Okay, that looks like a wolf. We can take care of him, and he's close. So let's do that. I'm going to do a quick save just in case we get a crash here. We got some new magic effects going on, and that is untested for me, so let's see how we do here. Okay, well, the new spear works really well. What kind of cool stuff did we get here? Oak flesh, blah. All right, we already had oak flesh, but that's okay. We can sell it off for some gold. Oh, and I keep forgetting to use this thing. The illusory heal spell. With the stagger effect if you do the whole thing. Keep that illusion progression going there. Can I get up this way? Okay, can't get up there. We'll go around. Can I get up this way? Oh, we're floating. Ah, there we go. There we go. The orbs line up perfectly with his helm. Yeah, I noticed that as well. It's kind of funny. They look like an extension of his helmet, don't they? Oh no, here comes the rain again. Son of a bitch. Alright, maybe we will hang out at the meadery for an hour or two and see if it clears up, but there's no way I'm going after any kind of bounty outdoors with this thing. Damn weather. Not after Halted Stream Camp, where we almost died. It's nice, but it's really heavy. I kind of want to fix the Mighty Steel Greatsword up a little bit. I feel like its value ratio does not really... Its value doesn't really accurately reflect its weight and its the way it looks. It's also equipped as a battle axe, which is weird. That's how the original mod was before Hoth made it part of immersive weapons. So I'd like to fix that back to becoming an actual greatsword as well. But a project for another day. Okay, not a lot in there. The meadery is always open to guests, so we'll go ahead and take a load off over there. God, I'm so sick of this rain over here in Whiterun. Usually it's Solitude that rains like this, but Whiterun in this save has just been completely non-stop, just dumping it everywhere. Okay. Well, if we end up spending too much time on this, we have less than an hour left on the stream. If we end up spending too much time waiting for this weather to clear up, I might just go right to Broken Fang Cave instead of hitting Silent Moon's camp first. Okay, there's the farm, which means the meadery should be off the road over here to the right. Once we can find the road, anyway. There is the road. Oh geez, it just really kills the visibility. Normally you'd be able to see the meadery here like no problem. Okay, I see the faint shadow of it over here. Yeah, here it is. This looks like Magus weather, right? You would never have pictured it as a battle axe. Yeah, I think people have asked Hoth about it, and he said he was going to look into it, but that's how the original mod was set up. So he thought for some reason that might be the original mod's vision. Or the original mod author's vision for that weapon, but I can't imagine that's what they wanted from that. Just cold now. Rains have stopped. Yeah. All right. Well, if I buy.
Welcome. I'm the owner and proprietor of Honningbrew Meadery. Take a look.
If I buy some mead from you, will you let me chill here for a bit? Actually, he's got some good food here. I'll take all your meat and some salt. And sure, I'll take one of your expensive meads here too. All right. Sit here, we'll wait a couple hours. You know, I forgot to pray to Hersine while I was up there too. I got so pissed off about the rain. Okay, so the 2-hour wait didn't seem to do anything. I'm still hearing it just pouring outside. Give it a second or two to start letting up here. I do see a little bit of the sky through the clouds here. And the sun there a little bit. But the rain doesn't seem to be slowing down much. really is quite pretty though, isn't it? It looks like it's trying. I see some sky over there. Love the moving clouds. Alright, let's go back in for another couple hours. Well, I wouldn't mind it if it were just cold out here in the tundra of Whiterun, but the rain is making it impossible to do anything. Might already be time for lunch, huh? How are we doing? Oh no, we got rock joint too. That is going to put a real monkey wrench in the gears here. I might have to go pick up another cure disease potion from Arcadia. Let's go ahead and do that now. You know, I could actually just pray at the Shrine of Talos. I think Kadojo knows what's going on with this whole Dragonborn business and what that means. And even though Talos is not part of Onolin's pantheon that he worships, I still think that Talos would favor Onolin being Dragonborn. So I think Kadojo says, you know what, Onolin, save your money. I get the feeling that Talos is on your side. And there is a Shrine of Talos right outside of Jorrvaskr. And I think he might be able to cure what ails you. So that's what he's going to go do. And it'll give us a little errand to run here while we're waiting for the weather to clear up, hopefully, sometime soon. God, it's awful. Who would have thought going into a permadeath run that our most fierce enemy would just be the weather? I'm not even running Frostfall. It's just purely the visibility dip caused by the heavy rains here. So annoying. At some point, we might get a shout that allows us to clear this up. Rain doesn't seem to be affecting performance too much there. I did feel some frames at that one end of the city, but okay. Awful in-game in IRL. Yeah.
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents.
I mean, I was saying earlier, as an Arizonan, as a native Arizonan / Phoenician,
what do you need, my
we get
friend?
so very little rain all the time that I welcome it now in real life, but I know so many people see it as a hindrance.
Ah,
Arizona
so
just
you're an
really needs it
alchemist,
really
then.
bad. Oh yeah, no, I wasn't gonna spend the money here. I was gonna go to Talos. Shrine of Talos. I feel like somebody should ask the 8-Ball if the weather is going to end during this stream. Or if this is going to be the end of the stream. There's the shrine. Never used this shrine for some reason. Do not accept Talos. We're still worshipping Hircine. All diseases cured. There we go. There goes Rock Joint.
There's a room here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor passive attack.
Alright, let's see what 8-Ball says. 9! Oh, I got the Nazi no on top of it. Great. Excellent. Wonderful. Perfect. Let's plop our Bosmer booty right down here and just wait another couple hours, I guess. We're going to end up losing this entire day to rain, aren't we?
I've been tending to the warriors at Jorrvaskr for as long
Sometimes leaving an interior will trigger a weather change, so that's why I wait a couple hours and then come back out. This storm is very stubborn. Probably just as stubborn as the storm that we had last stream, outside of Halted Stream Camp. Getting very bad flashbacks. What do you think, Kadojo? You got any monkly powers?
One should never
to clear the weather?
To catch up with life. One should slow life down, to walk at your pace.
Well, that's very wise of you. Well, you know, while we wait, why don't you tell me a parable, monk?
A wealthy Jarl will request a bard to craft him a verse for his children. The verse must convey his desire for their happiness. The bard meditates on the subject before returning with his verse. He stands before the Jarl and recites the following. May your children know anguish, pain and suffering. May they know boredom and strife, fear and despair. The Jarl leaps angrily from his throne and demands the bard explain this insult. The bard deftly replies, "Forgive me, my Jarl. You ask me to write a verse that conveys the spirit of true happiness. I believe I have fulfilled that request, for without knowledge of pain and sadness, one cannot truly know what it means to be happy."
Aha! Some words of wisdom from the Khajiit monk. You know, Kadojo, you remind me of a monk I once knew. Khajiit monk. Didn't really favor a staff like you, but he used his claws and his feet. Quite deadly. But his save file broke and I never saw him again, so... Maybe he'll make a return at some point. Not a bad parable, right? Kadojo's actually great. He's one of my favorite followers from interesting NPCs. And I don't see him get a whole lot of play. I don't actually know if he even has a quest or not, but just his little parables and his little nuggets of wisdom are very entertaining. Okay. We've waited a good 10 hours now. More. Oh, it looks even worse now. Now we got rain and fog. That's some bullshit. Oh boy. Yeah, I think we're gonna end up losing this entire day because I'm not going back out at night. You know, I do have to go back out in the weather to make sure that I don't lose favor with her scene though. So I'll head back out, try to find a clearing outside of civilization here. Hopefully we don't get waylaid by too many wolves. And put the helmet on just in case there.
Fresh from the wilds.
I need trinkets for your good lady.
8-Ball wasn't wrong. No, right? Yeah, at this rate, I think I might have to skip. Well, you know, Broken Fang is actually a pretty small dungeon, though, so it shouldn't take much longer than, you know, 5 or 10 minutes if I'm going to live or die. Not Halted Stream, but Silent Moon's camp is a little more involved. Getting a little bit of a sunset there. Ooh, are we lightening up? The rain looks like it's lightening up a little bit. Just as it's too dark to do anything. The only issue with Broken Fang Cave is that it's probably closer to Rorikstead than it is to Whiterun, so there is quite a lot of road travel between here and there. Okay, so the rain has let up, but now it's a little too dark to do anything. I think the closest wilderness is going to be out this way to the east, or the west, the other east. Oh, and we got another Harrier. job here. That looks like it might be a deer, not a wolf. Okay, let's do some traditional hunting here. Oh man, he hit the ground running. Okay, no saber cats, no saber cats, please. God damn it. I gotta channel my inner Arlos here. Shouldn't be wandering into any bandit camps over this way. Okay, slowed down a little bit, and then he took off again. Damn. There are probably some wolves over here, other predators that we need to watch out for. There we go. Yep, okay. Something triggered aggression here. What do we got? Maybe a mud crab? Yeah, sounds like a mud crab. I don't know why I'm not getting the animations there. That looks better. Okay. So where is this deer? Oh, there is another mud crab here. A baby. And a little one. Or a baby and a big one. You know what? Their legs are good eating though, so I'm going to go ahead and grab those.
One should never speed up.
Out of the way, Kadojo.
Up with life.
No, we did get the salt from Sabjorn there.
Down.
Salt from Sabjorn.
At your pace.
Oh, there's the deer. Looks like it was a doe, a deer, a female deer. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? 2 restoration spells. Damn. Yeah, nothing else really. Okay. Well, while we're out here, let's go ahead and do our daily prayer. But now we got to go back to Whiterun. And you know what? By the time I get all rested up and ready to go tomorrow, the rain's going to come back, I betcha. Just seems to be my life this stream. So yeah, I think we're gonna skip Silent Moon's camp. We're gonna go straight to Broken Fang. In fact, I might take the opportunity right now. I don't want to fight vampires at night, but maybe we'll go ahead and bunk up at Rorikstead over here. At the, I think that's the Frost Fruit Inn. We'll try to stay on the road. Ooh, this looks eerie, doesn't it? I love the fog and the trees in the distance. Looks awesome. Kodak moment. Put that on the Discord later. So yeah, let's go ahead and take our travel time right now. It's not late enough that we need to hit the sack anytime soon. We might be hungry though. Yeah, we are. Let's go ahead and grab a quick lunch on the road here. There we go. And I don't want to sap our stamina regeneration because we might run into some nastiness out here on the road. Wow, it is really dark. Should Karn take on vampires at night? Says yeah. Oh boy. 8-Ball wants to kill me. 8-Ball likes drama. I thought I saw like a chest or something. No, it was just a plank. Okay.
moons guide us.
It's got to be a wolf, right? Oh my god, what is that? A thief?
I will send you into the
Oh, that's an assassin. Okay. Yeah. Stabbed him in the ass with my legendary spear. Okay, some good stuff on him. Good to know that we can take on a Brotherhood assassin. Aversion to shock, not going to use it, but I can sell it. With this mod list, there are other non-Brotherhood assassins that are hand-placed throughout the world that are way tougher than the Brotherhood ones. I hope there isn't one on the road to Rorikstead. There is one on the road between Winterhold and Windhelm. I was hoping you would add that, Wind. I really was. And that guy has been the death of many non-permadeath characters, so that's why I have avoided that road like the plague and been taking carriages everywhere. So I hope that this is not another road that has one of those hand-placed Uber assassins. Okay, I hear a wolf. And I don't think we're going to get ice wolves all the way down here. That's mostly something that shows up in the north. See if they have any like septums or gems or anything on them. Sometimes they do. But yeah, if we encounter one of those assassins, I think that would be the end of Onelin here. Barley Dark Farm. There are some giants that mill around here, but not too worried about those. They tend not to be aggressive. That's a fox. We'll let this one go. Oh, I wanted to test the subscription notifications. If somebody watching the stream could just unsubscribe and subscribe really quick, I want to see if those are working. If you don't mind. And one of the moderators, I could re-add you as a moderator too if I need to, but I don't think that unsubscribing actually affects your moderator status. And I've heard reports that the, oh, William's here. And resubbed, okay. I've heard the reports that the YouTube subscription event can be a little slow. Alright, what's fighting? It's gotta be wolves, right? Okay, there are wolves there. I did it and see no difference. Okay. We'll see what pops up there.
Oh well, must have run off.
You know, I'm half tempted just to follow these guys. Looks like they might be headed to Rorikstead. Oh, that doesn't look good, does it? That painted cow. Run it at a dead sprint. Yeah, it looks like several people have tried. We'll give it a couple minutes here. Thank you for doing that, guys. And it looks like the moderator status is working well. So I don't have to re-give you that either. But we'll see if the subscription notification pops up. Like I said, I've heard reports that is very slow, it's very delayed. But everything else, the Stream Elements bot seems to be working. The latest subscriber before this stream, I think, was Erica the cat there. So that's working too. I just imagine it's going to be a little delayed. Okay, I'm hoping it was those wolves there that that scared that cow. At this level, we might run into a saber cat, and that could be bad. Still a spanner, that's for sure. Might be new subscribers, not resubs. Not 100% sure on that, but a theory. Okay. Well, we'll see. Thank you guys for helping me test that out, though. I mean, I can trigger the event in Stream Elements off of their website, but you know, of course it's going to work if it's triggered from there. Okay, this is where Broken Fang Cave is, I think, right off of this rock formation here. I don't think that there's any kind of sentry or anything outside, so we may as well just come over here and add it to the map. 36% progress on the divine armor already.
Vampires. A cave.
Looking forward to seeing what kind of perks you get for leveling that up.
Darkness, as it is as much a part of life as the light.
Okay, so Kadojo encouraging us to try to take on the vampires there, which we will, but we'll do it in sunlight. Just in case we have to make a quick exit. Don't want to be chased by a vampire in the dead of night. Oh, Strudel got a good quote there. Man, Wind has been on the ball with those quotes. I like it. Okay, what is this? All right, that looks like a Nord or something. Oh, shit. All right. I really don't want to have to spend all my potions already that I was going to save for the vampires. Oh, there they are. The wind. There we go. I need to get some custom graphics for that, that's for sure. Okay, let's try to flank them. What is this, a Breton maybe? An Imperial? Okay, Breton. Whew, okay, that could have been bad. Now they're coming. Look at that. I could move it down a little farther, I think. It's kind of running into the chat box there. Wow, a whole lot of them. Thanks, guys. Ask and you shall receive, eh? All right. You like hearts, huh? But do you like hearts as much as you like George Takei? Tyler Crane. He used to be an explorer like you, but he took a spear to the back. Absolutely. Welcome aboard, too, Tyler Crane. Glad to have a new friend. That was actually really scary. That shock magic was killing us. In fact, that divine armor that we just hooked up to Okado's recital might have very much completely saved our bacon there. I like hearts way more than George Takei, and you know it. Yeah. Now that I know that the bot is working, there's all kinds of fun stuff that I can do now. And I cannot wait. That was like the one thing that wasn't working on my unlisted test streams, and that was like the one thing that can expand your stream experience so much, is getting that bot up and running, like you do, The Wind, on your Twitch streams. By the way, There are a bunch of links to a lot of the folks you see in chat. Oh my god. I blocked a view with Onilin's Bosmer body there. Do check out the links below. The Wind Twitches mostly every Sunday and Wednesday. Enderall and Skyrim. I think Enderall on Wednesday and Skyrim on Sunday, yeah? And she makes some great use of those bots. Always a fun stream. Her link is in the description below. Magus streams as well. He doesn't have as much of a regular schedule as the Wind, but he's constantly having pop-up streams and stuff, and they're a lot of fun as well. So check that out. And our own 57 Strudel has an epic fanfic, I want to say novel, but it's really, you know, several, at least one volume of novels so far. Very well written. Excellent story. Makes use of some of the underused NPCs in Skyrim and fleshes out their stories. It's awesome. Her link is in the description below as well as a bunch of other talented folks. 2 series, yeah, okay. 2 series of novels, yeah, okay. So I was pretty sure it wasn't just one novel or just 2 novels. It was several. Okay, and I am looking forward to diving into that once I have the eyes for it. I think next time I go on vacation, or maybe even earlier, if work slows down a little bit, I would like to dive in. I did read your what was it, Rumaro? It was a Skyrim Unbound challenge from the Character Crusade stuff, and I really liked that. So, looking forward to experiencing some of your more fleshed out works there.
If you need a meal or room, I've got both.
Just a room
Sure
for
thing.
now, please.
It's yours for a day. Yes?
Actually, I don't remember where the room is, so can you show that to me, please?
Of course. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
It's the big one, eh? Rumarol Joris, yeah. The Altmer with the lady friend who turned out to be a spy. Good stuff, good stuff. I read that on vacation. I read it on the plane flight up to Magus's neck of the woods, actually. Up to Scranton to visit my my in-laws. Quite entertaining. Oh, and it has pictures too. It's not just a wall of text. So if you're one of those who never really grew out of the whole picture book thing, this might be for you.
Come on in. Just stoked the fire.
All right, so let's see here. Don't want to sleep with the helmet on, but you know the rest of the armor is fine. Which bed is it? Is it this one? All right, we'll go ahead and sleep 10 hours. That should get us up at close to 7. And then we'll head back down to Broken Fang and see if we can take on some of these vampires here without dying. That would be nice. I am a little nervous about this. I think I was level 9 last time I tried taking these on. And I didn't have any trouble at level 9, but now I'm level 8. The little differences like that make it stress me out, I think. I think we'll be okay. How are we doing food-wise? I think we're alright. We'll have a little bit of snack before we go into the cave there. It astounds me how many cool mods are available for this game. Yeah, for sure. You know, just as some people have never stopped playing this game since it came out in 2011, people have not stopped modding this game. In fact, the modding scene has accelerated over the years, I think. As the player count kind of drops off, the modding scene has really taken off in a big way. There are so many things you can do with this game that really transform the experience into something almost unrecognizable from the vanilla game. Almost, not quite. I mean, the world spaces, even though you upgrade the textures and the meshes and things like that, and the weather is vastly upgraded. Everything's still pretty much where you would expect it to be from the vanilla game, which is nice. It's still a little bit familiar, but brought into the current generation of technology, which is amazing. And not to mention, you know, I'm running this at, well, it's only 62 FPS right in here out in the open world, but, you know, I can run it all the way up to 165 FPS without any kind of physics issues. Very minor ones, but there's that, and, you know, screen space reflections and ambient occlusion and everything that's added to this game just really make it look great. Stands right up there with anything current, minus, you know, maybe some ray tracing effects and stuff like that, which is possible, and I would imagine at some point they would integrate that in a better way, and I'm looking forward to that. But right now it just looks, you know, amazing. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, I don't think they're running away from anything. I think they're just trying to catch up to their bodyguards, which is smart. The pilgrims there, so I'm not going to take that as a sign of anything lurking. Don't stop the modding. I apologize profusely for my terrible singing voice there. No pants. Yeah, it's hard to appreciate the sheer beauty of a well-modded Skyrim when the weather won't let up. But it is something to behold when the stars align, that's for sure. Okay. Alright, so if I remember correctly, there are 2 or 3 skeletons in there, which they shouldn't take much punishment. They should be a one-shot kill, but they still can inflict some damage at legendary difficulty. There is a lower level vampire that's kind of in there with them, and then there's a master vampire back in his little hidey hole. So I'm trying to come up with the tactics I'm going to use on this. I would like to take out the vampire first, the lower level vampire, because that one poses the most threat immediately, and then try to clean up all the skeletons as fast as possible, and then maybe try to Thermopylae the other master vampire back in that other corridor through his little secret entrance, and hopefully I can get Kadojo to take point on him. I do have plenty of health potions. I am going to be taking the resist cold, the resist magic, and resist shock as soon as I get in. Actually, I'm going to try to save those till after I kill the regular vampire. I'm trying to try to save these for the master vampire fight, just in case that becomes prolonged. Ban an F5 save. Yeah, the F5 saves don't really have the same impact as they do in a win stream, because I only get the one death. Lots of fire. Tactic number 1, don't get stabbed. For sure, for sure. So I do have some buff potions that I can take here. I'm hoping I don't need it for the first encounter here. Alright, this is it. This is the climactic encounter of the stream. Oh, and we got a Harrier squawking at us, of course. That's going to distract me. No, I need to keep my eyes on the prize. Okay, we're going after that vampire. We're going to clean up the skeletons. And then we're going to try to kite the master vampire through the little corridor and see if we can get Kadojo to take point. Deep breath. All right, let's do it.
Never should have come.
Block our path. Balance can
okay.
only be restored when one
that went pretty well.
Vanishes.
Okay, I hear fighting noises. I think that's probably Orgnar taking on the Master Vampire over there.
My claws feel sharper, as does my mind.
Okay, let's pop our potions. Health boost isn't gonna hurt either. Now I don't want to get trapped taking point from Kadojo. Let's see if I can get...
Hello. What can Kadojo do for you? Take your time.
I'll be back, and you'll be dead.
I understand.
Is that Orgnar that just came running up?
I'll get you. Nobody here now. Someone there?
There we go. That got his attention. Kadojo, behind you, there's going to be an angry vampire.
This is a surprise.
Who is surprised?
I've suffered.
You won't even live to regret this.
Oh, crap, he's getting me. All right.
You won't get away from me.
Did we get him?
Scared him off.
Oh, good. Okay. How are we looking? We did get the Sanguinaire Vampirus, but we came prepared with a potion of Cure Disease. Oh, all right, good. Man, that really had me stressed out. The whole "isn't this a surprise" thing, I think, was a raised corpse from the Master Vampire here. We are going to rob him of all of his clothes and his dignities. We're going to leave him with a loincloth because, you know, this is a rated PG-13 stream here. Okay, well, no, I feel good. All right. Awesome. Now we get to reap the rewards. Orgnar from Riverwood? Yes, indeed. He was the subject of a rescue quest from the companions. And I really was looking forward to rescuing him because I don't want him bugging out my main quest here. Nicely done. Thank you very much. Yeah, remember the strategic level up to use as well. Yeah, it ended up not needing it.
Thank the Divines. Let's move.
I'll probably go ahead and take that now. And that will open us up for some more training, I think. Okay, so now we just have to get Orgnar back to Riverwood. That whole road should be more or less completely empty for us to... I still have about 12 minutes left in the stream, and that should take us right into Riverwood. So, yeah, whew. Man, I'm feeling good about that. That was good. That was really good.
You are fine rugs and mobile chairs.
I don't know why I took that bloody apple. I mean...
That elegance.
As a Bosmer, Onnelin Greenbrook here is no stranger to cannibalism. Not a big deal. Oh, hey, look, Rapturous Trance. That is that slow-ass calm spell that we had with our bard. I might be able to make use of that. Staff of Avenging Wraith. This might be fun to give to Kadojo, actually, if he even uses it. I feel like this is one of the staves or staves that that NPCs have trouble with the effect for, just because of the scripting involved in it. But if it does work, I think summoning a ghostly entity would be something that Kadojo would be pretty cool with. As a mystic monk of the Daedra. And an illusion level up too? Heck yeah. It's good stuff. Okay. Are you eating that? Okay, that must have been blood, not the human heart. Not that Onnelin would judge. He grew up in Valenwood after all. We're eating folks is, ooh, speaking of eating folks, let's go ahead and get buffed up for the road back to Riverwood. Nom nom nom. Alright. That is a buff of 27 health and other things. So I will gladly take that. Ooh, Ooh, the salt is actually helpful for cooking meals.
What are you
as
doing
well.
that for?
Orgnar is apparently offended at me kicking around the bones of these dead skeletons. And I think there is another chest over here too, yeah. A chest that I can't open, but Kadojo might be able to. Where did that silly cat go? Speaking of silly cats, I think,
Watch what
you know,
you're doing.
both the Wind and 57 Strudel have experienced their fill of silly cats lately.
One should never speed up to catch up with...
What can Kodojo do for you? Take your time.
One should never speed up the ketchup, or else it might explode
understand.
all over your hamburger.
Is there anything?
Smithing potion, not going to use it. That one's heavy, but I have the encumbrance for it. Okay.
Hands.
Looking good, looking good.
What are you
There we
doing
are,
that
no
for?
pants, indeed. Yeah, so assuming we make it back to Riverwood safe and sound, I think this stream has been an overwhelming success with the improvements that I've made for both performance. I haven't had a single performance issue this stream that I had before, and I attribute that to the, you know, the depth of field removal, the effect that I removed from my webcam there, that I think was taking up some GPU resources. As well as the local recording. For anybody who missed it, I'm not going to be doing the stream recaps anymore. I might be doing some story recaps that are a little more cinematic, a little more edited footage instead of, you know, just here are the funny parts that happened in the stream. The stream recaps just aren't performing well in terms of views. Nobody's searching them out, which makes sense. I wouldn't search out stream recaps from a streamer that I didn't know of either. The cinematic stuff might be a little more eye-catching, and just a little more fun for me. But I am going to be adding a little table of contents for segmented, the little segmented time bar for all of the archives going forward. So it'll make catching up on the streams a little easier, so you don't have to... You can skip all the little inventory and loot sell-offs and travel times and stuff like that and just get to the meat and potatoes of stuff. So there's that. But for those two changes, the performance has been great, I think. The chat bot is a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what I can add there as well. I don't think I need the quick light on. Ew, it is kind of dark though. Subscriber notifications are fun. The chat window, I kind of like it. But we'll see. I can take it or leave it at this point. I think it makes sense for people who are watching on a big screen or a small screen. Probably isn't going to be as useful for people on a computer, though. So that's my channel update in case you missed it at the beginning of the stream. That's what we're doing.
This should be good. A fight.
What are we fighting? Wolves? What is that? Is that a thief? It looks like it might be a thief.
All right.
That is a thief. Damn it.
Hand over your valuables, or I'll
Okay.
like a fish.
Should be able to take this guy, though. There's a lot of stuff. I'll beat you if I have to.
Nice try, but you don't scare me. I'm not going to ask again.
This could be the death of me, too. I'm only seeing iron and steel knives here. These guys tend to be tough, though. Ooh, a new subscriber. Look at that. Thank you, Tyler. Welcome aboard, my friend. Hope to see you around in the future. We do tend to run in community circles here, so you can find all the usual suspects here in other streams. You can find the links to the descriptions below. Or links in the description below.
Then I guess that's your last request. Fool.
Okay. Alright, I was a little worried about that, but he did take a chunk out of us, even with that timed block there, but... You know, the Legendary Spear is just too much. Some nice Imperial armor. I wonder what poor bastard he killed to get that off of. He probably just scavenged it. Okay. Sick the garrison on him, yeah. Stabbed him in the ass with my Legendary Spear. Some good quotes. I can't wait to get that quote system fleshed out, that's for sure. The thief accosts you as the giants walk over the rise. Yep. The Legendary Spear is just too much. Yeah, you know, the thieves' bunghole was not ready. Oh, there are going to be so many fun spear euphemisms. Every time that that divine armor dispels, I get spooked because I think it's Okado's triggering from an enemy. Giants on, not giants on. Just like Will Grow Hairs polishing his Legendary Spear.
What was that?
Oh, are you guys fighting the... We got some mercenaries here. Should we enter this fray? We're gonna be going over our time just a little bit. I don't know, I feel like Onelin would not let this opportunity pass him up. This is not something I'm prepared for. I hope the mercenaries help us out a bit.
Never should have come here.
Oh, he's got a whip. Is that the wind? There you go. But Borgnar doesn't die here. Oh boy.
Is that all?
Let's try to get up on top of the walls here. Okay. One archer down. Are you a bandit or are you a mercenary? Bandit. Was a bandit. Okay, where'd the mercenaries go? Okay, this isn't something I'm going to take on at the end of a stream here, but I feel like Onelin would want to come back and finish the job at some point, but he's kind of worried about Orgnar. He wants to get him back home safe and sound. So let's take what we can get from these guys here and move on. Oh, and we got another targeted animal there too. No shortage of things to do for a Bosmer in Skyrim, yeah? That spear is really shiny now. Yeah, it got really polished. Okay. This has been a much more eventful trip back through this road after we had already cleared it once than I had expected. Okay, let's hope he gets on the other side of that. And fire.
Be careful.
Totally missed. And he's off. His other elky friend there saved his life. Jumped into the line of fire. Like a Secret Service agent.
This should be good.
Now what are you firing at? Still the deer? Yeah, okay, good.
Out of here. A fight.
Orgnar is real fussy. Gotta lead him. Ah! Oh, he came so close. No. Oh, that's annoying. The movement on these things are so janky that, like, you try to lead them for a shot, and that's when they stop all of a sudden and change direction every single time. There is no way to predict which way these animals are gonna go. Okay. So yet another spell tome that we're not going to use because we only use illusion and alteration. Okay, so we're a little past our quit time here, but I would like to get back to Riverwood and put a lid on this rescue mission here. And that's where I'd like to end the stream, in the safety of Riverwood there. So bear with me for a few more minutes here. I'm sure none of y'all mind. The wind's whips need to make a comeback. Yeah, I think so too. It's so, like, iconic for your character. The wind's whips, the WWs, the double W's. All right, what are these guys fussing about now? There's got to be a wolf or something out here.
Good enough. Must have run off.
Whole lot of action on this road that was completely barren of it just yesterday. And here's those beautiful Skyrim vistas that we were talking about there. Yeah, well modded Skyrim. Even, you know, the current next-gen systems and new games don't really compete with the scenery of this old game modded in such a beautiful way. Just so scenic. It's beautiful. It's really like a breath of fresh air every time I load up this game and see just the natural scenery and the beauty of it. Even though I've been through it like 1,000 times, you know? Still gets the oohs and ahs from me. Well, the ale's going bad, so Orgnar needs to get back to change the kegs. Yes, for sure. Not that he's gonna do it anytime soon anyway. But he'll get to it eventually. Necrotic ooze? That's where the necrotic ooze is coming from. Yeah, I feel like I need to do a character completely based around the necrotic ooze now. That's the first time I've even seen that spell. I've been running Arcanum for quite a while, and I don't think... Well, the Conjuration update is the most recent one, so the Arcanum spell pack hasn't had that spell in the past. But even then, I've been playing on this new mod list for dozens of hours, if not approaching, you know, 100 and over at this point. And I haven't seen that pop up once, so I'm kind of interested to see what that looks like and what that plays like. Another really cool spell added by the most recent Conjuration update to Arcanum was the Conjured Throwing Tomahawks. And I really do kind of want to base a character off of that. We'll go light. We'll eat that bloody apple and a chicken breast. And another apple. We're going to have Orgnar fill up our water too when we get back to the Sleeping Giant.
So you better come with us right now.
I don't know who you think I am, and I don't.
It does sound fun, right?
I don't have time.
Assuming it works properly.
Now come along.
Arcanum can be kind of buzzy. Or buggy.
Brother, I think she's telling the truth.
I'm not going anywhere. Now back off before I do something.
The armor
drastic.
replacements are really cool.
She doesn't have the scar.
Kind of a little pajama-like there, but
you're right. We've made a mistake. Now move along.
I do like the cuirass and the
Next time you're looking to
arm
pester
guards
someone,
there.
Make sure it's the right person.
Very cool looking. I appreciate it. And the fog rolling off the mountains. So pretty. Ooh. Ah. That was quite the curved sword, yeah. Sword was bent a little bit. My life be like, ooh, ah. Yeah. Mine too. It doesn't let up. The oohs and the ahs don't let up. This game is my bae. I don't know how often you're gonna see a 40-year-old with a gray beard streaming Skyrim saying something is his bae, but there you go. You can check that one off of the scavenger hunt list. All right, here we go. Orgnar, where are you? You changing the ale needs changing, bud. Yeah, you know, he's all sprinting and jogging and full of life until he gets close to the inn, and then he's like, gotta take my time.
I'm ever so grateful. Please, give my regard to the rest of the companions.
Awesome. All right, well, there we are. Let's find our spot here. How about right here? That looks good. We'll take off the helmet so we can get a good look at our boy here, Onelin Greenbrook. There he is. There's our boy, still alive, after fighting some vampires and all kinds of nasty stuff there. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I think I'm gonna call the stream here. I think that everything was pretty much a rousing success. The stream bot worked great. The subscription notifications were a little bit behind, but they weren't that far behind. They seemed to work really well. The overlays seem to be doing well. I'm going to be rewatching the archives and making some those the timeline segment changes to those, and just seeing how the audio sounded and how everything looks and everything. But I'm really happy with how everything went, and we survived. Hit some names and took some ass today, man. Yeah. Took some ass with my shiny polished spear, that's for sure. So thank you all for joining me, and a special thanks to the Wind and Magus for showing everybody how the bots can be used and fleshing out the quote system and everything. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, it was fun hanging out with you guys, as it is every week. I do these every week, every Saturday at 6 p.m. UTC, so you'll have to do some time conversion there. For me, it's 11 a.m. every Saturday, but I'm in the Arizona time zone. But yeah, 6 p.m. UTC, you can just type that into Google and it'll give you the right time for you there. But yeah, thanks for showing up, everybody, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye.